Yo, what's really good with y'all, bro? Look, we are late first and foremost, so I apologize for those of y'all who've been waiting because I've been talking about it all fucking day. But neither here nor there. Welcome to the Courtnee Edgar Show. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. So listen, we got some dope topics for y'all tonight. But before we get into it, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, and hit that bell notification. Because you know we like the type of people to come over here who rock with us, You feel me? So I'm done talking. Let's go ahead and get into these topics. First and foremost, how y'all doing?
Good.
Yeah, good. Great. It's good.
I like it. Don't even trip, man. We're gonna get into it because I know y'all been waiting on me too. So, first topic of the night, man, Miss B.Simone. So I don't know if y'all heard anything about it. I don't pretty much she put her foot in her mouth. She didn't put her foot in her mouth with the situation that's been going on. Now she at one point she talked about she wanted the entrepreneur man. She don't like a man that working 9 to 5. Now all of a sudden she talking about she can't. It's hard for her to pay for her money. She budgeting hard. She shopping at H&M now. So we gonna hear what she got to say. I'm gonna play both sides. I'm gonna play the video that happened back then, and then I'm gonna play the video that she just said recently. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it.
A dream career, I manifested it. I'm trying to manifest a husband. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9 to 5. I get it. They work hard. I used to have a 9 to 5. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You work hard, you have money. I get it. I need an entrepreneur. I need somebody that understands my mindset. Somebody that has the same lifestyle. It has to do with money, everything to do with lifestyle. Okay? When I'm in the bed at 3 a.m. checking emails, what you doing, babe? Working. What you doing? Working. Okay, love you. You want to hop on a flight tomorrow? I have a meeting in out of town. You want to go? You got okay, let's go. Okay. You understand my life. You understand what I'm going through. I want to manifest that. What do you want in a man? What do you want? Let's start there. What do you want? Let's manifest it, baby. You can have it. Whatever you want, you can have it. Manifest that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9 to 5. Ain't nothing wrong with an entrepreneur ass nigga. Manifest whatever you want. I want to manifest an entrepreneur ass husband. I don't care what you do. Entrepreneur, graphic designer, sell t-shirts, sell drugs, rapper. You could be a rapper. A becoming rapper, D-list. I don't give a fuck. Entrepreneur, okay? At this point, I'm about to rebuy my book. I'm about to rebuy my book so I can manifest my husband.
So, let me play the other part of that video.
Just my finances. Like, the budgeting, you see how I am nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like I notice it in me now, just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spend the liquid. Yeah. I'm used to having liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account, but it's just my finances.
All right. So as y'all can see, she as Shan just said, you know what I'm saying, that didn't age well. So I want to get y'all thoughts and opinions on it. So Kate, I'm gonna let you go first on this. What are your thoughts on this situation?
Oh shit.
I feel like she's being an entrepreneur. This is part of the being an entrepreneur. You're gonna have some money sometimes, and sometimes you're not, and she's not ready for it. And unfortunately, she's going through it in front of everybody. So I mean, I don't think she deserves to be clowned. She's just going through it.
Right?
I told you. What you got, Marcus?
Yeah, no, she was talking all that bullshit about manifesting. I mean, she was talking about, yo, I want some dude to pay for all my shit. Fucking, I don't give a fuck what he does. As long as that motherfucker got money, I don't give a fuck. And he better, only the requirement was as an entrepreneur. She didn't give a fuck what he did, as long as he owns some shit. And then now she's talking about, I don't know, it's almost like what's supposed to be a sad store, a sob store or something, like CashApp or some money. She's talking about she got to go to H&M. Get the fuck out of here, man. I don't know. That was just ridiculous. I guess everyone's on that they're like victim train. Give me some fucking money. I don't know. That don't sound like no. I mean, I wouldn't buy anything from her. She acting like that. I'm good.
I'm biased, Rob, bro. What you got? What you got for me, dog?
Shouldn't have been talking shit.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, just like Kay says, ups and downs to being an entrepreneur. Sometimes you got bread, sometimes you ain't got it. But at the same time, you was out here demonizing folks with the 9 to 5. I mean, your mama and your grandma wanted people with a 401k. They wanted stability. You out here talking about you don't care if it's a D-list rapper or a trap star. Like, that's stupidity. Because even if he got the bag today, he could get arrested tomorrow. Now you still ass out. So it's like, why do we always promote the bottom of the barrel people? I mean, I'm not saying people don't hit their little 3 to 5 year stint in the streets and probably run something up, but you grow beyond that. That's not your end all be all. And whoop-de-fucking-do. If you got to have a meeting out of town and you booked your flight, go on your own. You was going to do it regardless, right?
Right.
Because when men get into the bag, if your lady can't come with you, you still got to go out and go get it. So it's no such thing as, I need somebody that's just going to be able to jump when I jump. Like, no, jump and do your own thing. This person should be jumping in a whole different direction. So y'all can conquer 2 different angles and bring it back to the nest. You know what I mean? So, I mean, she'll figure it out. It just sucks that she got to go through it in public. And,
was that the whole video about the 9 to 5?
That was the main premise of that whole video. Yeah, she had because I know she had another video, which I can also play it as well. I had it picked up. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. Because I know she had another video with Nick Cannon where she was talking about the same thing.
So was she talking about 9 to 5 or being with somebody that understands the entrepreneurial hustle? Because that's different. And I feel like if that was her point in her saying she don't want somebody with a 9 to 5, she wants somebody to understand the hustle of it, then I can get where she's going with it. But if she was really shitting on men that were working 9 to 5 and talking about they didn't make enough money, then she doesn't get any play with me. But if she's just talking about I need somebody to understand my hustle and that can go through the trials and tribulations with me to understand that I'm busy, that makes sense. But if that's not what she was saying, then I can't mess with her.
So the initial video, which I tried to look for, the initial video, she was basically saying that she don't want a 9 to 5 guy and all this. And the way that she said it seemed as if she was tagging men with the 9 to 5, right? But this video that we just showed, this was more so of her clearing things up and kind of backtracking her steps in regards to like, no, I'm not saying that people with a 9 to 5 are trash, but that's just not what I want. That's not the kind of man that I want. I need you to have this entrepreneurial spirit. But in that, literally in that video, I think maybe a few months after that, she gets caught up in this plagiarism with her book, this book that she was talking about buying. Yeah, she got caught up in that. So I think that's what happened. She ended up taking the shit, and that's when her career started to fall. And so she ain't getting the bag that she once was getting. And now she's, on her own podcast crying and talking about, I can't get this money. All this extra shit. It's like, it don't even matter. And then I'll give you a prime example as well. And Shan, she made a good point. She may not even be managing her money well, because some people who ain't got the money, they don't know how to manage their money well, and they get a little bag, and next thing you know, they just start to blow it on everything because they think that money gonna last forever. So could be that.
Oh, was she the one that was on that podcast saying that she didn't want a dude with a 9 to 5 because she wanted to travel a lot and shit like that? Was that her? That was one. That was one that went around a while ago. It was her and somebody else. They had a dude on the podcast. She said she didn't want a 9 to 5 dude because he can't get up and travel. He can't go.
Well, yeah, I think that is B.Simone, because B.Simone be all over the place, bro. One minute she talking about God and her spirituality, and then next minute she talking about how she want the baby.
But that's the thing, though. To me, it just sounds like she wanted a personal assistant she could fuck on,
basically.
just to keep it G, because I mean, let's say we did lose something in translation and she wasn't shitting on people with a 9 to 5. She did still come off as, hey, if like a last minute booking comes up and I gotta be in London in the morning, gotta catch this red eye, I need you to be able to drop everything you got going on and hop on it with me. That's how she came off. And it was just like the other shorty that was like, I can't date no bus driver unless you own the company. How the dude don't own the company, just like driving the bus anyway?
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be some more. That was another lady who said that about the about driving the bus. Yeah.
It came down to a lot of. There was like a month span where it was like 3-4 people popped out with this rhetoric, and it's like, okay, well, I get it. Like y'all want to be on the move, and Instagram makes shit look sweet. Everybody want to have a vacation and shit, but when the sun go down, if you really get into a bag, both of y'all can't be at the same place at the same time every time.
That's a fact.
So,
what it is, macaroni,
bruh.
you would have took a nap or what?
Nah, bro. So when the whole situation happened, I had started my computer over because I thought it was me because I couldn't hear y'all. But then I restarted it.
What's the word?
Kim was saying that it wasn't connecting, a whole bunch of stuff, bro. I was like, bro, of all days.
Now, so you came in just in time. So you already know about that B.Simone situation, right?
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on it, bro?
I think she's trying to grab sympathy. Don't nobody care about that shit, bro. Like, you having an issue about H&M, bro. I'm in the TJ Maxx. I'm like H&M, whatever. That's cool. If your money is going towards your assets and everything, you are good. My dad always told me, if you got an issue and money can resolve it, you good. If she got assets held up, whatever, and it's not liquid, cool. You got to do H&M for a little bit so your money can work out and all that stuff. Let that be that. But I think what it was, when that friend was saying like some real stuff she really needed, I think she noticed like, damn. So she tried to make it seem like she was a victim in some type of way, like they victim bonding and shit. You know what I'm saying?
So she said that after her friend told her about the shit she went through and how she didn't have any help. So this was her response, that she couldn't shop.
I don't think it's a response.
It wasn't a response to it, but it was in that same interview though.
That's how she kind of like it played out. So how you probably having a conversation with somebody and y'all trying to be relatable with each other, and like, well, I got my struggle too, right? And now she said, oh yeah, blah blah, I got all my liquid assets, and it's not liquid. It's like, that's fine, but you have assets that most people don't have.
Right.
So all that crying and stuff and everything, you doing what you're supposed to be doing. But if it was me and I had all these things that were held up because my assets not liquid, if it get too bad, I can sell them off and get my money to be liquid. Or depending on what she's talking about, like, you're not in that bad of a situation. Her friend literally said like some real life common thing that most people, or not most people, but a lot of people going through, like real struggle that's really impacting their life. And she got a kid and all that stuff. B.Simone ain't got no kids. She ain't got no husband. She might be like have some family members that she's spotting. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, she not doing bad. Everything that she said does not sound like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? That's messed up.
I agree with that. She's trying to stay relevant. That's what I'm saying though. Even I'm gonna keep it a bug with you. No matter how much money I got, yeah, cool. I'm a shoe guy, but at the end of the day, bro, I'm not finna go crazy over no fucking shirts and pants. I'm not finna go to no expensive ass spot to grab some clothes. Nigga, I'm finna go H&M, TJ Maxx, Ross, grab some shit. It's gonna look the exact the same. You wouldn't even know it. You couldn't even tell the difference the way that I put it on. So
this another thing. This another thing, Courtnee. My brother's wife, she's a thrift shopper. So maybe I'm looking from a different lens. My brother literally got $100 shirt that was at a thrift shop that she got for like $2. So I think it's like a mind thing where she value brand.
Yeah.
Instead of just making shit work. You know what I'm saying? I know some people that know how to put some stuff together and that it looks expensive. But like, it's like, bro, like you have to handle your money responsibly. If you put all your money in assets and you can't live, you sitting here crying, you made that decision.
Right.
You a grown woman. You ain't 20 no more. She in her 30s and everything. If you just can't manage your money right, that's on you. What you sympathizing for? Have I messed up some money before? Yes, because I thought I knew what I was doing. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna learn from that. I ain't gonna do that again. I got connects with a whole bunch of people. If I need to go out there and make some more money, she said she was a hustler. She talking about I'm up 3 o'clock in the morning. I need a dude that could beat on the same tempo and all that stuff. Get your ass up 3 o'clock in the morning to find out how to make some more damn money.
But the thing is, I don't understand why she crying as a woman. I mean, a woman could get dressed for $15 and still get hollered at by everybody in the spot.
Everybody in the spot.
$15 for us is a pair of socks. We didn't even start that dress.
Oh no, a belt that ain't nobody gonna see.
And it's like shit. If you've been getting money for 2-3 years, I know you got a couple purses. You know what I mean? So shoot, you can go get you one of them little sock outfits, them little stockings that they be having. That's the size of Mac Durag that they get off damn Temu. And next thing you know, it's a body fit, and pair that one of your purses, and you straight. So what are you crying for?
It just baffles me. Like, I think I had watched this video with this lady. She was like a psychiatrist, and she was saying that like in society right now, a lot of people are not mentally strong, and it's not because people have mental issues or illnesses and everything. It's kind of like we use I'm depressed and everything as a trauma bonding thing, and we do kumbaya shit together to talk about how much trauma that I really got. And she kind of laid out what trauma is. Trauma ain't a difficulty that you have ahead of you, and that's the issue. She's in a difficult situation and she's crying about it because she's used to trauma bonding and shit. It's like you just in a difficult situation that a lot of people are like. Mike Epps said an analogy. He said, if you can throw your problems on the ground, I guarantee it'll be thousands of people that'll pick it up. So her having assets, and she has an issue because she trying to go whatever store, and she has to go at H&M. You know how many people would love to be in that situation? Have her own podcast talking about all that stuff?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Woman up, goddamn.
No, I agree, bro.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. We wear people's mortgage and rent payments to leave the house as men. I mean, yeah, we could thrift shop or whatever, but sometimes you do want to go put that stuff on. By the time we put it on, that's somebody rent, somebody mortgage we got on. Women step out with damn Happy Meal fucking worth of clothes on, and they still the baddest thing in the room. It just is what it is. So H&M ain't a bad spot. I can't say that if I run into a chick in some H&M, I'm not gonna holler.
I feel like this was her way of getting the attention back on her and away from her friend. If this was after that conversation, and this was her only way of, although it was very tone deaf, although she does not know who her audience is, and she spoke over them unnecessarily. Jesus. This was her way of getting the conversation back on her so that she can get the sympathy, because she's used to like trying to pull feelings out of people instead of just being honest. And yeah, she might not be where she wants to be, and she might not be making the money that she's used to making, but for her to cry over not being able to shop at Bloomingdale's, and by the way, Bloomingdale's ain't top of top either.
Right.
Yeah. Can you expand on that?
It's not a far ways down anyway. But I feel like she's just attention seeking. If this is her podcast, she had to flip it back and try to make people feel bad for her, because she kind of shitting on her friend by not helping out her friend.
She better be a real influencer and put that camera on the floor under her booty cheeks on that treadmill and get her damn segment deal.
Hey man, look.
You gotta follow him, man. Sell some damn leggings. You a Lululemon deal. Get out of here.
Be good.
I mean,
you can tell by
her,
I beg your pardon.
Look, you can tell by her the recent stunts that she been coming out with. She's all over the place, right? Mm-hmm. She's all over the place. She had the situation where she had that some guy on the podcast and made her cry and say that's the reason why he came here is because you need some healing or something like that or whatever.
Yeah, that dude, I forgot his name. Andrew Williams, something like that.
Yeah, then she came to church with that stuff that she had on.
Mm-hmm.
She's switching to changing religion and all that type of stuff. It's like it's just one stunt after another to try to have people look at her in a certain way. It's just,
you ain't got to do all that though.
You ain't got. That's what I'm saying. All you got to do is be you. All that extra stuff. But this what it was. I think sometimes when you kind of in a younger mindset, you have a belief system that you feel that is very strong with you, and now it's like it's time to back that shit up. To say, hey, the way I was thinking back then, it worked out. She's really trying to hold on to all the stuff that she was saying back then to prove to people that, you know, she good, but she don't understand how she coming off though.
Man, she could have sold some leggings. She could have did Ozempic. I ain't going for it.
Not Ozempic.
Oh, she don't need. She don't need Ozempic, dog.
Shit, Lizzo hopped on it and she started popping off on the song. That shit was low key catchy. Talking about I've been fat and I've been skinny. Right. All right, shit. I see you, Lizzo.
Yeah, she don't know who she is.
She doesn't know who she is. That's right. She doesn't know who she is, and she's figuring it out and trying to get all the attention on her while she figures it out, and it's not a good look.
Hey,
it's not a good look.
3 twerks in a skirt get you back right.
Yeah, hey, dog, you gonna have to trademark some of this stuff so we can.
Oh me, bro. Oh God, bro.
Reach
wild, dog.
3 twerks in a skirt.
No, write that shit down, man.
I'm gonna keep a notebook every time you say something.
Well, our merch catalog gonna be something serious.
Hey,
like I like that.
Look, by episode 20, I'm gonna have a whole page full of like, all right, what shirt we going with?
Right.
We're gonna start having the hoodies on.
I'm telling you, bro. Yeah. Listen, man. Any final thoughts on the B.Simone?
She'll be all right.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, she'll be all right. She'll figure it out. She'll come up with something soon.
Hey, it rains and it snows. The sun still come back. She'll be all right. It'll blow.
She need to have some real friends around her, bro. I think that's all it is.
That part. She don't have people around her. You're right.
Oh, she probably did have a whole bunch of friends around her, but then she got rid of them when they told the truth.
Again,
oh, maybe she's not listening then, huh?
She probably switched up when she started making money because you heard how she, you saw how she was acting when the money was good, and you heard how she was treating her friend. Some of her friends probably like, you know what, I'm gonna go this way. She bougie enough,
I agree.
Well, shit, she need to pull up to the B&B and kick it with us.
Ooh.
Nah, I don't feel like hearing him out, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't feel like hearing him out.
Yeah, nah, she gonna kill the vibe, bro.
I'll be gone. Like, yeah, you know what? I'm good on her.
I'm about to go to this bar down the street, dog.
Damn.
Listen, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit that bell notification. So I want to go ahead and go to the next topic. And so this one is something that I kind of came up on X, better known as Twitter. So this live streamer or this IRL streamer bumped into this, sad to say, she bumped into this woman. I ain't gonna say the color, I ain't gonna say the race. I'm gonna let y'all see it. But Shorty was being rude. He ended up getting punched. He ended up getting punched by old Shorty, and then she came back, trying to plead her case and justify why she did what she did. So I'm gonna play it, then I'll let y'all give y'all thoughts on it. All right. So let's get it. Let's go ahead and lock in.
Excuse you. What? Didn't you hear me?
You can have it. You can have some manners.
Like I said, excuse you.
Somebody. You can have some fucking manners.
Like I said, excuse you.
You can have some manners.
Like I said, excuse you.
You see what I'm saying, bro? I should really fuck you up. You can call your nigga down here too. Go to my channel. Dumbass bitch. Suck my dick. And y'all niggas just be what? Word of mouth. Fat ass bitch.
Wait, come here.
Suck my dick, dumbass bitch.
Wait, why she get on that?
Nigga, cause she was walking. Ask Petey, bro. Petey's my.
She bumped into you with that shit. I seen it.
Looked in front of us, and she was like.
She said, "Excuse you." She said, "Bitch, excuse you."
I said, "What?"
What's that?
What I say, Petey?
That's Jake Drake. I don't even know.
I didn't say nothing crazy though the first time, right?
He was like, "Wait, can you have some manners?
Yeah, I said, can you have some manners? And she also, then she threw her fucking drink at me, fucking dumbass bitch.
She just started wilding.
Oh. All right, so now I'm gonna play her rebuttal to this situation.
We're to hear this shit.
Sitting here justifying me putting my hands on anybody. Let's just say that right there. So I was already amped up at everything because prior to that, me and my friends was walking and this guy starting trying to fight, whatever. So I'm already like amped up after that. Already have crazy drunk as fuck. 3 drinks in, mixed drinks. I'm done for it. So I'm already got my little attitude because a whole dude was just ready to fight. So then as I walked past him, I'm like,
I beg your pardon.
Excuse you. Excuse you. What? You got more manners. Do the water. Throw in the water, ain't gonna lie. Too much. Drag it. I don't got no excuse. Drunk as fuck. Feel me? So what happened was I turned around to go walk away. Mind you, the shit that be aggravating me too, nigga, you outside with a bright ass light, cameraman, all the people shit, like in everybody's face. That shit is not drinking and shit. That shit's too much for me personally. That shit is too much. It's all in the way and shit. It's just like, bro. So why I'm walking away, the nigga like, you say, I hear bitch. That's all I heard. Practice. That's it. What are you talking about? All I heard was bitch. The water, yes, understand. The water was too fucking much. It was. So at the end of the day, I said my apologies and shit already. So what's done is done. I can't take nothing back. But and one thing about it, I never put my hands on anybody and don't expect them not to hit me back. I expect anybody to hit me back. If I put my hands on you, I expect you to hit me back. I'm not saying just go out here and putting your hands on men and shit like that. But my mom, no, that's not even it. I got uncles, brother, like, you know what I'm saying? No. But word of my mom, I'm not justifying what I did, but I'm sweet as fuck. I'm a little mean, but I'm still sweet as fuck.
I'm sweet. I was waiting to hear that.
I feel like the nigga was just trying to put me on the spot, so I reacted.
I was waiting to hear her say that shit.
Like, I really, at this point, I really don't even know what I'm doing. I'm already on 10. Dude trying to fight before that. I'm on 10. And the next nigga said something crazy to me. You see what happened? Like, no. But once again, like I said my apologies or whatever. Y'all can get off my. Thank you. I'm saying I was right. Dead ass wrong.
That's the shittiest apology I've ever heard in my life.
What?
No.
The fuck was that?
Bro, okay. I see both sides, but it's not even. It's like it's more 90-10. I understand her 10%. I understand him 90%. The reason I say 10%, if I'm walking down the street and somebody got lights all in my face with a camera on me, I'll probably be like, bro, what you on? You know what I'm saying? But I'm not finna hit nobody though. But I think what she tried to do, I think that's the reason. That's one of those situations dudes don't like approach women like that for real, because you just don't know what you finna expect. Now you're gonna be put in this situation. You always gonna look like the bad guy if you react. And I think enough of us been put in that situation where we had to like literally walk away, and sometimes that don't even help. But she talking about she don't expect, if I put my hands on you, I don't expect for you to like. She expect to fight back, bro. That's in your head that works out, but then when you put in the blender, and because you don't know who this dude is, he could fight for real. It might be a situation he fight professionally, right? And he just out here doing his thing, and you smack. She did 2 offenses. That's 2 assaults. I think us as men, we need to just start pressing charges and show that we for real about that shit, though.
Bro, I think even if he fought like a sissy, I still think he would have fucked her up. But I mean, I don't get that shit, man. That's a main girl who will say that like around her dude, she's soft as hell. You know what I mean?
Oh
and
no,
no. You're like, no, I know. And if they expect you to believe that shit, like I just heard the came out your mouth. Like just because you just said it don't mean I'm gonna believe it. I see your action.
No. She said exactly what happened though, but in her mind, she don't think what she did. Like she started a confrontation. Like us as men, we ain't finna make a mistake and bump into a dude while we while we trying to get through the crowd or whatever and say, excuse you, dude. Like it's popping off right there.
Facts.
Yeah.
But usually when dudes like bump and touch that, both of them be like, dog, oh, you good, bro? And you just keep on going, right? You good, dog? No, I'm good, dog. Okay, cool. She said, excuse you, and she was the victim of the situation. Now she just threw a blow.
I mean, well, she bumped into him, right?
Yeah.
And
she said, excuse you.
Yeah. And boy was like, you got any manners? Yeah. I mean, no, she was definitely the aggressor, but then turned victim.
After she threw that drain, he should have beat the ass right between the bifocals. And look, I don't condone violence, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Hey, Bob's like, man, this type of chick I like.
Exactly.
Nah, this ain't my lane of ratchet right here.
Like, yo, that's up my alley.
I like my ratchets with potential. She not making it
Hey,
out
yo.
She not making it out the hood.
That was still the shittiest fucking apology I've ever heard. I don't think she went over before she got on the camera. I think she just fucking went off the dome on that one. She should have definitely wrote that shit down first, then read it, and then redid it again. Like, that did not sound sincere at all. She should have said, hey, man, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's what she should have just said.
I think she was flirting.
Fuck nah.
She wasn't flirting. That's that toxic shit right there. You talk about that.
She used to that.
Why y'all always turn y'all back on the hood, man?
Nah, you can't trust. You can't look at a friend. You can't trust nobody with a tattoo in the middle of their back. They have no manners. They don't give a fuck.
What type of shit is that? Don't say
that. Look how a friend kept walking. She was like, she do this all the time. You ever been out? You ever been out? Like, you ever been out in like at a restaurant and like you got a little boy at the end and the mom she just started going off the rails about like whatever her food and shit. He just be like this. She do this shit all the time. That's what her friend did. She said, "Oh, there she go." There she go.
Her friend knows she thicker. You see her putting them yams on camera? She was worried about that little kerfuffle. Shit.
Oh shit.
That back tattoo a scoring system, but I'm gonna leave that alone. It ain't 11 yet.
Right. What's your thoughts on this, Kate?
This some young dumb shit. I don't got time for it. She was wrong. She should have never talked shit and threw water on him, and he could have let that shit go, doing all that extra stuff. It wasn't that serious.
Oh, he definitely let it go.
So they were both wrong.
What I
told you.
No, he was not wrong.
What I said.
She hyped it up and got stupid. All she had to do was be like, my bad.
He was not wrong at all. Actually, he fucking held back.
Barking on her even after she walked away, and then she turned around and threw her water on him, and it was just all dumb shit.
I think that was the least he could have done.
21 years old, they just getting it together.
Nah, man, like you gotta, as a human being, from us watching it, it's always this thing where like people say, "Oh, you just could have walked away," but when you in the mix and something is done to you, you don't know how you gonna react.
For this.
Yes, she threw water
before she threw the water on. It could have been done.
All right, let me ask you this, Kay. Let me ask you this. All right, have you heard a lot of times when dudes say, "Yeah, when I be out and I hold the door out for a woman, sometimes it become a confrontation." She'll be like, "No, I got it," or "You ain't got to do that," or they don't even say thank you, or they probably been in situations out where they probably try to talk to a girl. And she'll get the fuck out of my face and shit like that. You ever heard men say that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Put it in perspective. That happens a lot in your lifetime. And then out of all that type of stuff, she got physical with him this time. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. You never know what people mental space at the time when you do stuff like that. That's the reason why you ain't supposed to do that. Right? Because you don't know what kind of mental stuff that he got on or what he got going on and everything, and you putting your hands on somebody and you saying, "Well, you should have just walked away."
I'm saying they shouldn't have escalated to the point where they got into an argument about it because it wasn't that big a deal.
Why is the
if you're gonna explain the way, if you're gonna explain his position, right?
Yeah.
That he that she didn't have to give all this excuse about why she was so upset before, and she was talking all that shit. Then why do we have to worry about what he was going through with holding doors and all the other dumb shit when it comes to females? So they both bubbled up and they got into this little.
He didn't do nothing.
Hold on. What you're trying to do is to try to do an even comparison in the situation. She did
I'm not trying to even compare it. That's literally what you just said.
I didn't evenly compare. I said you don't know what he was going through, and that's the reason why he reacted. But at the end of the day, that never would have happened if she didn't put the throw the cup on him and got physical.
But in that video, she had just explained all the dumb shit she went through that made her get to this point where she argued with him and threw the cup on him.
She was the aggressor. He wasn't.
Well, hold on. Am I
was wrong. I'm not saying she was right or she was justified in any way. But you just said if I understand him going through situations like this with females, blah, 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 then you would also be able to sympathize with her little backstory about why she was so angry when they got into this.
I'm not going to sympathize with her because he didn't physically attack her at all. He didn't even start this stuff.
I'm not saying she was right.
Listen. She said, "Excuse you," when she bumped into him. And he was like, yo, that's kind of wild. You know what I'm saying? And then she got in his face and antagonized him and threw the cup. And he still didn't do nothing. And then he got mad and said what he said. And then she punched him. What I was trying to allude to, like, yes, the backstory. I could understand if we can put it compared the same what I said. If I said the backstory and that's the reason why he slapped her or some shit, and then she hit him back, that would be even. But she started the whole confrontation that didn't need to happen. This wouldn't even happen if she didn't do none of the shit that she did. You see what I'm saying?
Hold on. Am I missing something? Because I don't think he did nothing wrong. He
didn't do nothing wrong.
He actually held back.
Wrong.
I think the only thing he did wrong.
He did something wrong. He was streaming in traffic. You don't get in front of no dark-skinned girl way.
Oh. I mean, I'm pretty sure whoever's recording is probably recording on the phone or something. You probably can't even really tell. But like, I don't think he did. I think he actually handled it very well. Like, way better than I would have. I can tell you that. Like,
dark skin, bro. She's been fighting her whole life.
No. If someone bumping me, I'm not gonna fight if you bumping into me. No, I'm not gonna do that. But you throw a drink and then you hit me in the face. You throw a drink and then hit me in the face, then we probably gonna have a problem.
She said, "Excuse you," after she bumped into him. She started the whole confrontation because she's just an ignorant person, and she walk around like people supposed to bend the knee to her. She said, "Excuse you." I'm pretty sure as a woman, you probably, if you done bumped through a whole bunch of people and never said, "Hey, excuse you," in like a mean manner, like
I would have said, "Excuse you," if somebody bumped into me and didn't say excuse me, or just walking around the street and it was rude what they were doing, I would be like, "Excuse you."
Exactly, but that's not what had happened.
That's what he said. We can't see what happened.
The solution is simple.
She said it.
She said it in the video?
In the video, yeah. She said she bumped into him.
Oh,
yeah. And she said, "Excuse you."
The next time people go out doing the IRL streams, just keep you 3 to 5 of them shorties from the hood that's on go mode. And as soon as another shorty like this pop up, cut your IRL stream, and the rest of that could be Patreon content. We can watch all the
That's what we're gonna have for B&B. We're gonna have a couple ratchets with us. You know what I'm saying? When them girls got probably like, "Hey, go do what you gotta do, dog."
Hey, I'm not getting caught up in that shit for felonies.
Cause I ain't putting nothing. Listen, I ain't putting my hand on none of them.
But look at her face right now, bro. You can tell she's a problem. Always.
She finally graduated high school and got cute. Of course.
Right, so look. We're gonna play it. We're gonna play it back so we can hear it all the way through. Watch.
All right. That won't even be a thing. Excuse you. What? Bitch, you heard me.
You can have it.
Bitch, you heard me.
Like I said, excuse you. What is you talking about?
You can have some fucking manners.
Like I said, excuse
Oh, you know what it was? Hey, pause it real quick.
Oh, she all the way around.
See what I'm saying, bro? I should really
Pause it real quick. Damn, who that getting in that Jeep though?
Nah, this nigga, man.
That could be. Hey, look. You just don't know. You don't know what's right there.
He ain't react because them cops is right there.
Well, that's good for her.
He ain't react because them cops is right there. If you go back a couple frames, the
it's kind of funny that the cops didn't do anything.
Oh, right here.
They right there. They gonna make it look like he the aggressor because he the male.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, he's smart for that.
If he would have reacted, they would have got out of that car and he would have.
Yeah, that ain't the first time she done did that. Cause you see, the thick friend that we was talking about hurried up and grabbed her like, "Hey, come on, let's go."
Yeah.
So she done probably got stomped out before.
That's probably.
Yeah, she all the way wrong.
Yeah, look at Shorty right there. She waiting for an NBA player.
She been trying to get NBA players all night and she tired.
What? What's that boy that just got married, Travis or whatever?
Oh, Travis Hunter?
Yeah. She waiting to be next up.
Got a leopard shit on. Good to go.
More. Hold on. Let's see. No Cat Rat says, where this at? I see a few wives. This man here. Y'all
A few wives. Yeah.
Yeah, he mean that plurally too. When he wives, he mean that.
He picks them up in multiples. A set, at least.
Nah, bro. At the more of the story is this, bro. Keep your motherfucking hands to yourself.
That part.
That's the moral of the story. Keep your hands to yourself. Ain't no reason. I don't care. I don't care if you turn. The liquor got you lose. I don't care about none of that because you don't know who the fuck you throwing a drink on. Because at any given moment, he could have beat your ass real quick and knocked you right on your fucking ass. And don't care if he was gonna get locked up.
He could have been a YN too and just said, "Pow," and it's
You
over.
feel me? So you out here just walking around thinking, you know what I'm saying, thinking ain't shit gonna happen to you. Yeah, all right. You keep thinking that with these niggas out here today.
Yeah, she got her little highlight reel. She'll be fine. Her Instagram following just went up.
Yeah, agreed. She got a few thousand subscribers.
Somebody about to go tame her and put her right between the washer dryer.
And you're gonna have a whole bunch of people that gonna agree with how she handled the situation, and we just gonna be in the streets and get bopped up too, upside the head, bonk on the head.
Oh yeah, the hood shorty's gonna be on her side.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna be like, girl, I know what you're talking about because I'm telling you now, when I'm on that lick, I get crazy. I'm like, all right.
They're gonna be like, yo, he shouldn't have been in your way. That's where it's gonna come from. Yeah, he shouldn't have been in your way.
She was probably looking at somebody's sweatpants print and she ain't see. She turned around and bumped into him. That's what scared her.
You're a mess. A mess.
She out there staring at
when that light skin dude, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah. You right, Shannon. If it was reversed, oh yeah, it would have been over with. He would have been in jail. He would have been in jail right now.
And you know them cops saw her throw that drink and hit his ass. They were just like,
but if it was reversed, it would have actually been a fight too.
He probably like, look, they probably just sent like, we want to see what he gonna do. Let's see what he do.
Yes.
That's exactly what happened.
The problem.
Shit, body slammer and walk off.
Probably.
I don't think that one can be tamed, dog.
You ain't gotta worry about me doing that.
You gotta put him to sleep.
Yeah, facts. Listen, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure I hit that bell notification. So we got a spicy one right here that's coming up next. So we got this for those of y'all who don't know, because y'all a lot of these women like to use the word misandry. We got a misandrist who's saying it with her chest and talking about how she hate men. So we finna get into that one. This one finna be different.
I hope her daddy ain't tax exempt.
I don't know, but we finna see, bro, because this shit here is wild. You hear me? Big wild.
Oh Lord,
shit. I ain't even surprised.
I know she like girls.
Back in the
She
day, I
don't
used
like
to
men.
know that I don't even hide my hatred for men anymore. See, back in the day, I used to know that I had this feeling inside of me, but I didn't know how to express it. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to say anything that
It's
would
John's number
get
2.
me canceled or get me having people being mad at me, or because I kind of know that like hatred for anybody is not good for your soul. So I always tried to cover it up and call it other things or like excusing and stuff like that. But baby, I ain't doing that no more. When I meet a guy, I tell him straight up from the jump, I do not like guys. But more specifically, I hate guys. I am a misandrist, and I stand 10 toes down on it, and I say it with my chest now. Like I said, I didn't always say it with my chest because I was a little bit too scared. But it then got to the point where it's just like, no, I'm not scared of anything. I'm not scared of being canceled. I'm not scared of people being mad at me. I'm not scared of the men being in my comments. I don't care. But I do want to get one thing straight. My hatred for men is not the same type of hatred that like races have, like the way that a white person would feel about a black person. Like if you just see a black person out just in public minding their own business and you just see a black person and you're like, oh, like your face is turning red, your face is scrunching up because you just hate those black people, you know. I don't feel that way. I don't see a man like out in the wild and be like, oh, he's a man. You know, I don't feel like that. I do feel like that when the man tries to insert himself in my life or in my space in any type of way. That's when I get that nigga, you know, that's when I get that rage feeling. But no, I don't just like see men out in the wild, be like, oh my God, I hate y'all so much. You know what I mean? My brain don't operate like that. But let you try to talk to me, let you try to, you know, whether it's online, in person, or whatever. If you try to talk to me, then that's when my anger fuels, you know. But outside of that, yeah, like I said, I used to be so scared to just talk about it or whatever, but I'm not no more, baby. It's like we need to keep it real. And I think if all people just said, stood 10 toes down on whatever it is, whatever they are, whether you racist, misogynist, misandrist, homophobic, whatever you are, I think we need to start saying straight up what we are and the things that we don't like to give people the opportunity. Like I'm telling you, like, sir, I don't like men. I'm a misandrist. You might want to get away from me. If I was somebody told me, if somebody was like, look, I don't like big girls, get away from me. I can't stand you fat fuckers. I'd be like, oh,
you can see that shit. Look at that stuff.
I'll stay away from you. You know, or if a racist person was like, yeah, I don't like you N-words, get away from here. I'd be like, thank you for letting me know. And I just feel like if everybody just said it with their chest and stop being so damn scary, then we could get further. We could get further if we
hell no. So Kay, what are your thoughts on that, man?
She got some trauma she need to work through. What the fuck she talking about? She not even explaining it properly. Like, what? She sound dumb. She has some trauma she need to work through. Her reasoning, like, don't talk to me type stuff. Nah. Like, you have to have a legitimate reason to just dislike men. And that's probably some shit you could work through in therapy. Something happened to her. Does she want to talk to? Is she gay?
That's what it sounds like. That's what it seems like.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe you want to say, man, just be gay. Like, you ain't gotta hate them all. Everybody. I'm not with it. I don't get it.
How she got a throat tattoo talking about she hate men? That's wild, bro.
I think this was to block it.
Nah, man. I think she just like women, but she trying to. I think you know how you got some women that say, "Oh, this dude, my dating life, these men, they made me turn gay." So it's like try to do a negative connotation on men and say that's the reason why they like girls. Because at the end of the day, if you just don't like when a dude come try to talk to you or insert themselves in your life, you just like women. That's all it is. I mean, if you don't like men like that to be in your life and everything, just say you like women and just whatever. But I'm glad she said that though. Because I think she's right. I think it's best if you say it all the way so people know who to stay away from and deal with who they want to deal with. So, and yeah, she wild. I agree with you, Kay. Like she got some issues from growing up because if she never saw like what a real man is or a man of certain stature or standard, I think she would think differently if she had that in her life. She'll have the understanding that there are some good men, and you know, and based off how she talk and whatever, she probably in her proximity is just full of crazy people. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
And she from New Orleans. I know how they be. There's a lot of good people in New Orleans, but the way she talking, and she from New Orleans. Boy, I done seen it firsthand when I was in school. Firsthand, I'm like, well, y'all, wow.
She just want to identify with something. She good. She got some shit to work through.
From the South. Marcus, what you got on it, bro?
Yeah, no, I mean, I just got 100% lesbian vibes from her, man. I did not see anything that she would ever want to be with a man. So I think that's 100% it. She doesn't even seem approachable for any dude that had any sort of sense that would like try to, if they were even somewhat attracted. Yeah, I mean, she to try to. I don't know why she's trying to rename it. Hey, you like women? I mean, shit, that's what it is. I don't know why he's trying to change it.
What you got? What you got, bro? What you got, bro? I know you ready.
Man, ain't nobody listening to Big Back, Great Value, Queen Latifah. Fuck out of here with that shit, man.
Big Back, Great.
You talking about all this semen and you don't like men? How much semen did you say in one damn fucking go? She better not have nothing long and cylindrical in her sock drawer.
That's true.
And I bet she got kids.
Yeah,
you know she do. Better have 3 to 5 homegirls on her phone that she eat like a fresh crab boy. Because ain't no way you said semen that many damn times and you talking about you hate men. Get the hell up out of here, man.
I agree.
You go to the grocery store, the reason you got groceries is because of men. The reason you got gas in your car is because of men. Quit hating on fucking men. Just say that you don't attract men that you like, so you gave up on them and you want to go eat some box. That's all you got to do. Like, what's up with this hate? Because at the end of the day, when that thing itching and can't nobody hit you with the strap right, I bet you somebody still will get caught up at 11:45 on the sneak tip and drop something off for you.
Sneaking and geeking.
I know Kodak Black will.
Oh Lord,
he been trying to get Young M.A. for years.
That's some wild shit.
So yeah, y'all gotta stop. Man. Gonna bring this bullshit here in the month of June.
That's crazy. Him or Drewski will do it.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. I agree with y'all on it, bro. Yeah, I think there's some trauma behind that. The reason that some shit happened to her when she was younger, and now she just, and then like you said, Jay, man, she just want to be a lesbian, bro. She just want to eat some box. That's it. And she's just using that as an excuse. She probably trying to build whatever kind of community she's trying to build. I don't know what she's trying to do, but she just need to go ahead and just walk in that. Look,
one more thing too.
What's that?
So all the women that hate men, why the fuck they be buying all our damn clothes? I'm tired of y'all wearing all our damn Jordans. You hate men.
We make women Jordans too.
Huh?
They make Jordans for women too. Don't do us.
They don't pick them though.
If you hate men, put you some heels on.
They always wear boxes with a hole in it.
I don't mean you like heels.
You don't own that name pair of trousers. Sundress season for the rest of your life.
You just want to be entertained. Good night. No.
And what they said, they were like, why the gay girls, they when they turn gay, they don't never want to dress like an outstanding gentleman. They always want to be the most thuggish, rudeness, tootiness, baddest in the
Somebody. You and H&M buying up all our baggy jeans, complaining, talking about you can't shop at motherfucking Nordstrom Rack no more. Get up out of here.
Girl, she got a whole donk, but she's sagging her pants and shit, talking about, get out of me. Like, no, dude still looking like.
But be the first person to throw a skirt on ladies' night. Y'all confused ass motherfuckers.
Terrible.
Ladies' night. Now all of a sudden you a bad bitch again. Man, fuck out of here, man. Pick a side of prayer. You want to hate one side, but then your shit optional.
That's fair, bro. That's fair. That's fair. Listen, bro. Any final thoughts on it, man? Marcus, you got anything?
Man, no, nothing else on that one, bro.
Yeah, nothing else, man.
It's bro. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, bro, and make sure y'all hit that bell notification. So we gonna go ahead and go to the next topic. So I don't know if y'all heard of this topic. Well, this podcast called Truth After Dark with Paul Pierce and Azar. I think that's her name, Azar. Yeah, I think that's her name. So basically, she's talking about what it means to be in a relationship with the man, and she's gonna give her perspective on it. And then,
oh my god,
in my opinion, I think I'm not gonna say Paul Pierce cooked her, but he gave her a different perspective that I, in a sense, kind of agree with it. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. So we're gonna watch it, and then we'll give our thoughts on it.
We ain't
bro, what he
No, I get it.
Yeah, who is this
Grandma Pierce.
fine woman who over here got a strong opinion, who's very like
what?
Self like you have a strong opinion. You're a strong woman. Like you really come across like confident.
Yeah.
You really come across like I know what I want.
Yeah.
And it's like men are intimidated by that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I can understand, like, man, you are intimidated.
Really?
I beg your pardon.
You can be because you have a loud voice. Not like that. Not
Everyone
like that.
says I'm loud.
No, you loud, but you
I
strong.
am. But you know, my dad is loud and my sisters are loud. Like,
Yeah,
my sister, we have like a projecting loud voice.
Yeah.
I have to work on it. I try very hard.
That can be
but
intimidating.
It's just
you
like
know?
I'm loud by nature.
That's
I
fine.
apologize.
Man, you a cuss motherfucker out. Anyway, all right, this is my last question.
Okay, what is it, Paul?
How can anyone add value to your life?
I think that people add value when they're not taking away. So I've been with people who have, my dad always says this, right? My dad taught me this from a very young age. He was like, when you get with somebody, you never want to be one. A lot of people say, I want to be one. We just want to be one, right? And my dad's like, you need to have somebody that's different from you. They don't possess all the same qualities that you have. Meaning, go ahead.
What do you mean you don't want to be one?
I mean, listen, if
Because
you're
I
one
feel
person, no, listen to what I'm saying. If you're
with your partner one?
Yeah, but listen to what I'm saying. If you're one, right?
Okay.
And we think the same. When you're one, it's like we think the same. We have everything the same. We're locked in. We're just one person. But if you're one and I'm one, that's 11. And 11 is a master number, and that's much more powerful than one. So if I'm different from you and you're different from me and you possess traits, like I might be reactive, but you might think about things and be patient and just like resonate with stuff. And I might be ready to be reactive. Then there is a power couple within that, because that's someone who balances each other out. That's someone where it's like, you may do this or this person may not be good at this, but I'm amazing at it. So then I contribute where you lack. And that is, to me, more powerful than just trying to be the same person. Like, why do we want to be exactly the same? I want a partner that possesses qualities that I don't possess, that has things that I don't have. Because at the end of the day, if we're exactly the same, then what the fuck are we doing? Like, we're just the same person, then we just have all the same thoughts. We think all the same things. Like, we have all the same traits and qualities. Then how are we contributing to each other? Because you already have everything I have. I want to be with someone who doesn't have the things I have, who knows more than I know, who understands things that I may not understand, who could teach me, who can help me grow. And I could teach you and help you grow in ways that you don't know how to, like it's to me, it's like that balance of bringing two people together that have two different walks of life, that may have experienced two different things, that may be on two different pages. But it's like, when you come together, imagine being with someone who has everything that you lack. Imagine how powerful y'all are. So basically, together, we have everything, because you have everything that I lack.
Okay.
All right. Before we hear what Paul Pierce got to say, what's your thoughts on what she just said? Anybody can go. It's free fall.
I feel like what she's trying to say is that she feels as if a relationship you should be complementary to each other. and you should be able to agree and align with each other on certain decisions. Maybe I don't know where she got this definition of one, like we have to be exactly the same, came from. To me, that doesn't make sense. Right. But I get what she's saying, that because you do want to be complementary to each other. So whatever weaknesses I have, you have to strengthen them, and we can continue to move forward. I mean, it's a partnership, just like a business. You're going to bring on people that have strengths in the areas that you have weaknesses. So in that regard, I get it. I just don't understand why she thinks being one is exactly the same. To me, that doesn't make sense.
I think she thinks that a man needs to compliment her. You can tell like what she was saying, like, you know, if I fly off the handle, you need to be calm, you know, this like this and like that, the opposite of what she is. So, but I think the question he was asking, like, can someone? Well, I guess he did really ask if someone could compliment her. So I mean, but like the way she is, she's built, and the way she is, she's not gonna get a strong man. Like she's got to find someone that is the opposite, and everyone needs the opposite from you. You can't. I don't want anyone like me and same shit, but she would have to get someone who's easygoing, you know, handle a lot of pressure. Not like most dudes, you know, like most dudes will do. Got to find a simp for sure.
I mean, I agree with her. I got what she was saying. One, I mean, I thought she was saying like two people coming together like as one, not like both of y'all the same. I think she was just saying like how you're supposed to like, you know, when you're in a relationship, you're not supposed to be taken away. You're supposed to be like complimenting each other and both bringing value to it. I've been watching her. She came a long way. I don't know if she acting or some people didn't pull her to the side or she didn't watch enough of herself, but the way she is now is like way different than what it was. So I commend her on that. And I totally disagree with Paul Pierce in the beginning. He was saying like that. I think it's a common misconception when women say that a guy is intimidated because she's loud and confident and everything. Men are not intimidated. It's just like it's just character. Like even if it was a guy that I met, a mutual guy, but with my friend, and he was like, "Yo, this is my homeboy and everything," and he in that thing loud and shit all the time. I probably wouldn't fuck with him either because his character is off. That ain't me. He talking a notch and he's saying crazy stuff in front of people. He'll be that dude. I'm talking about like he'll be that guy that like you got like a 2-man going on. And the girls come over and he always saying some dumb shit. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. Like, it's not intimidation. It's just character. And I think a lot of times, a lot of women focus on more of trying to be that dominant person or that dominant character that they miss the point that most people don't like loud, not overconfident. It's just like a character situation. But I do agree her with the like compliment each other because it's real important in marriage. To compliment each other and don't take away from the relationship, but both put into it.
I see that. What you got, Raw?
Shit, I want some ramen noodles. You look like a pack of beef and broccoli noodles. What kind of dress code is this?
The fit though, I love that. He mad cozy.
He do look like somebody grandma right now.
Yeah.
Hey man,
he look like he about to say, "Go grab me that switch."
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. I got some silky pajamas too, dog. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you.
No podcast.
Those motherfuckers ain't green.
Not for no podcast though. Not for no podcast though.
So wait, I'm in a penthouse suite in some silkies with the view of the city, and ain't no Luther Vandross playing. I'm on camera bullshitting.
Hey, you better not pass no gas in them games, boy. It's over.
I'm supposed to be fogging that room up, smearing them windows. Over here in the silky.
You gotta push that bubble down on them thing, boy.
Shit.
Pull the bubble down the
toilet in the morning and get them fingerprints off that glass when I'm done. Shit.
Hey, so Macron, you think she's not acting? You think she actually has changed?
I don't think she has all the way changed, but I think she is working on it.
She on the way.
Who is this girl? Where'd she come from?
Oh, she used to be terrible. Yeah,
She's on she's always on like a lot of different podcasts and with different people and everything. I don't know her who she is as a professional, but I've seen her on a lot of like podcasts.
Well, she was on the one main podcast until she left. With Six, with the guy named Six, they were on this podcast.
Oh yeah, Six, yeah.
So she used to be on the other podcast. She used to be extremely loud, and I'm pretty sure she still is. But
Yeah.
I think she's found the place where she understands that there's a time and a place, and she got her moment. But she has gotten a lot better. But in regards to what she was talking about, I do think that she just probably worded it a little different, because again, I don't necessarily think that you have to be this. You're gonna be, when you become one, you're not gonna be the same person. It's just the things that she's strong in, you're gonna be weak in, and vice versa. The things that she's weak in, you're gonna be strong in. And that makes you one. It's like a yin and a yang. You come together as one, and then eventually, I will say this though, eventually, once you guys are together, because you're around this person so much, and then if you do have a man that's a leader in a relationship, that woman, then she will start to adapt some of his thinking, and sometimes the man too, he gonna adopt some of the woman's thinking too in certain aspects. So at the end of the day, yeah, over time you may end up being just like that person, but over time it's not going to happen overnight. So so I still think that that's a scarcity mindset when they look at relationships. Everybody wants to be this individual. They look at it as, oh well, I don't want to lose myself. I mean, you give up the eyes you give up the eyes for us, so it ain't about you no
Stop
more.
listening to their aunties.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's no way you as a person know yourself, feel as though you're gonna lose yourself when you get in a relationship.
Right.
That never came to mind when I got married. I never thought that. I was like, whoever I'm with, they're gonna rock with me because that's who I am. I don't have to change. I can be better, and I might calibrate based on what she got going on. You know what I'm saying? But I never thought that, oh, I'm gonna change because I don't want to lose myself and stuff, and I gotta find myself before I get in a relationship and this, that, and the third. Man, if you gotta go find yourself, it's already over with.
The problem with women is, well, you know what? Let me not do that. The problem with humanity is everybody's scared to make their own goddamn mistakes. They keep trying to live their life off of somebody else's fucking instruction manual. No two people had the same blueprint. So, if your mama was Tina and she married Ike, then yeah, she probably did lose herself. Because every time she tried to find herself, she got slapped right back to square one. It is what it is. But we're not in that day and age anymore where people are losing themselves. Shit. Your daddy might have lost himself paying all the bills and stuff back in the day. But when he died, you still met 3 other families he was taking care of. Nowadays, the young kids nowadays can't even afford to do that. So where's all this? Oh, I'm losing myself, this, that, and the third. Y'all don't even get lost in books enough to pass the damn.
They already lost
the college courses on honor roll. So the problem is y'all never focus on something long enough to lock in and maximize the potential of it. So where the fuck is all this lost at? When we was kids, we was getting across the East Coast to the West Coast with printout maps. Y'all got GPS nowadays and still get lost. And it should yell at you when you passing your turn.
Right.
Back in the day, you missed 3 turns and you was in the middle of the woods squinting at a damn map trying to figure it the hell out. You still made it to your destination. So I don't believe in that losing yourself bullshit.
A straight map quest. Like, damn, bro, I done missed the damn turn.
I know I know where I'm going till I get to Thornton Road. Now that's when I don't know where I'm going now.
That's the thing. Like, everybody want to be a damn main character. Sometimes both of y'all together is what makes the main character. I mean,
that's a bar, dog. Because a lot of people be saying they want to be the what type of couple it is? The
power couple.
Yeah, but they never saw the journey with that, how they got to be the power couple.
Because they always see the end result. They always focus on the end result. They don't focus on the journey there.
Yeah, what kind of power though? Solar? Because if it go dark for 3 days, y'all run out of power.
Yep.
So
Yeah, what's wrong with
power couple bullshit? Yeah, ain't nobody trying to get it out the mud no more. Everybody want these damn Lunchable meals. Everybody wants shit ready made. Don't nobody want to go to the kitchen and bust down a sandwich from scratch. Like, stop this bullshit.
I agree. This baby monkey, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure. I don't know who I'm a baby monkey, and then the name I'm a baby monkey. That shit baby monkey.
Might be no, I don't believe in all that bullshit. Fuck be talking about. Like sometimes your individualism is you being in a couple. Like, okay, you trying to tell me Melania Trump lost herself when she married Donald?
Nope.
She in the background. She play a position. Everybody be like, oh, okay, shit, that boy Donald got a baddie.
Listen, what they don't understand too, Melania. What the thing is, what they don't understand about Melania Trump, and this is why reading is very critical. Melania Trump is the one that's running the hotels in the background. That's what they don't understand.
Yeah,
all the hotels that Trump owns, Melania Trump running that. She's the management. She's taking care of all that. It ain't Trump doing that.
And I guarantee he taught her how to do that.
I'm pretty sure
he taught her how to do that.
Yeah. But at the same time, not to make it a controversial episode, but at this point, I'd rather take her over Michelle.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. The way that Michelle moving right now, dog. I don't know.
She out there talking shit.
No, hold on, Kay. She said that I think they was thinking about having another kid. She was on the show, and it was once upon a time they was thinking about having another kid, and they were like, "What if it was a boy?" And later was like, "He'll be another Obama." She said, "Oh no, we can't have another Obama." And then like
nasty work.
I was like, "Yo, your husband was the first black president of the United States, and you saying you don't want another him?"
Damn, was she joking?
Hell no, she wasn't.
No. She was not joking.
You see, they got another kid.
If you can get her out of the accountability and make it look like a joke, I'll cash up you 100 right now.
Yeah.
Like she literally said that. Like it's not verbatim, but it's like that's basically how the conversation was going. And then a lady, she was like, "Wow, not another Barack." She was like, "No, we'll have another." Nah.
Please throw Michelle a cape, and if that motherfucker glitter and glisten right now, I'll cash up you 100.
Like, she got that podcast. I think what it is, if a woman was like, everything seems good, like in the public eye, once that woman get a podcast, she started talking about like their personal stuff. Mm-hmm. That's when you start really seeing like, yo, somebody need to come get her off the mic, because now you messing up the image that your husband done built. Well, y'all done built, right? But I think some people
already changing her name and everything.
Yeah, I think some people, and I'll just say some women, when they be with powerful men and everything, I think it's kind of like, okay, my husband got this type of relevancy. I kind of want the same relevancy too. So I gotta do what I gotta do to get the same kind of attention.
But this is where the whole individualistic perception of self comes into play. So Obama beat the odds, first black president, however you want to coin it. You were a first lady that everybody looked up to as, okay, you made it. Now, with you trying to chase your own identity, quote unquote, with you shitting on everything else that got you to even have an identity to begin with, it's making both of y'all look bad.
Yeah, she didn't want him to be president.
She rode that ride, so she need to continue on it.
He had to go to her brother and convince the brother to convince her.
Oh, so Milk Dad to be on the podcast? Y'all got it. Y'all got
it. I think he on the spectrum, but hey, that's just me. That's just my opinion.
On the spectrum.
What? You ain't about to have Secret Service pulling up on me. Y'all got it.
Hey, listen, bro. I'm just saying though, bro. That's
Hey,
all
they
I'm
shot at Trump, so I know I'm nobody. Y'all got it.
Yeah.
Hey, they had to. I think someone had a talking to Savannah too, because I think she almost made the same mistake. I think
Yeah, she did.
someone talked sense into her.
Also, Steph Curry wife.
Oh, she was already out there, bro.
No, she wasn't. She was the one that all the women was hating because she was like, I don't have to show my body and all that type of stuff. And then later on, she started showing her body, and she got this. What it was, she got on Red Table Talk, and that's the
Jada
downfall.
Pinkett. Jada
Pinkett, and then she was like, "Yeah, my husband, yeah, he get a lot of attention. I want attention from men and shit." She said that on the show.
Damn.
Kate, my bad, Queen. I gotta ask Kate this question. So maybe you can answer this question for me. Why is it that when a lot of great men, right? When they are great, then the women feel as if some women, not all, some women feel as if they need to put themselves in the spotlight instead of just being a beneficiary of her man's greatness. Why do you think that is?
Ego, attention. I mean, if you're riding as somebody's shadow for so long, there's a lot of people that are gonna want to shine in their own right. They see all the accolades and all the recognition and all the love that people get, and maybe they get a little jealous about it, and so they want to get out there and shine too. It's just sometimes they do it their own way, the right way, and sometimes they fuck it up.
Yeah, because I think that's I agree with that 100%. Just how we mentioned Melania Trump, she had, mind you, she was an Olympian when Trump met her, and so she had her own thing going. But then when she got with Trump, then he took her to a whole new level. Now she's managing multiple hotels and everything. And then you got other women. I guess I'm just going to call it a spade a spade. They're in competition with their men. It's like, why? You're the beneficiary.
Melania's different. She already had the attention. Trump
is Melania.
Melania, yeah, she already got.
What's Stephen Curry's wife? She was an actor too, though. But she just didn't get the recognition.
She wasn't out there.
Yeah, she was an actor, but you know what I'm saying? She just wasn't getting it's pretty much the same amount that Melania Trump was getting. She was a Canadian. Then nobody know who Melania Trump was until she got with Trump. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Curry's wife. Nobody knew who she was until she became Curry's wife.
Jada's probably the best example of that. Someone trying to ruin someone's career. Who? And Jada Pinkett's probably the best.
Yeah.
She's the best fucking example of she was good in the 90s. Like everyone knew about her. And then you got Will Smith, who's like the fucking greatest actor around, besides Denzel. And a whole bunch of shit she was doing that Red Table Talk, and then that at that Chris Rock thing, bro. I think she just wanted to steal the light. I think she thought like his success had something to do with her, and no one was acknowledging her for it.
She was a habitual line stepper, bro. Like every time, every episode she had, she saw her ratings. They was like, "Yo, we low." You're like, "You got to talk about Will, dog." All right, I'll throw my husband on the bus this time again. You know what? Yeah, I was sleeping with my son best friend that had some mental issues and on drugs.
Yeah, she
then brought him on the show to talk about it like it was all good.
My thing, I think, when people, because see, I don't think people, for one, I don't believe in falling in love. So, I mean, that's just me. Love is something you got to build. You can't just trip and fall in that shit. So that's been a goddamn lie since the Garden of Eden. But we ain't going to get into that right now. What I think happens is a lot of people are always in constant competition with each other. So the same way most dudes probably want to get the baddest bitch out the group is the same way most women want to get the flyest nigga out the group. Now, when you get them, you don't even necessarily know if you really liked him like that. You liked him just because you pulled him so your homegirl couldn't get him. He liked her just so the homeboys couldn't get to her. So now when you see that this person really is fly and they start making you feel small and feel like you ain't shit because you realize, oh, this person really is like that. They really got that motion, whatever. You start becoming a shadow competitor with this person. So now you in constant competition. So now you got to do things to break out and get ahead of their shine, and that's where a lot of these people be coming out, stepping on top of each other. Because I mean, you got the women making the men look bad, and then you got the men that should be playing the background that come out at times and make their women look bad. The same way, huh?
I would say, do y'all like what we talking about overall? Do y'all think is upbringing?
I don't necessarily think it's upbringing as much as it is influence, because your parents could tell you right from wrong all goddamn day. You still hanging out with the homies. You gotta have the one. You gotta be the one with the mental fortitude to go out there and decipher through what's right and wrong and what you want to gravitate toward. Your parents.
Let me say this though. Even in that though, when you have that solid foundation though, do you think that because your parents may have guided you in such a way that you will, that choice that you make, it pretty much aligns with what your parents say? So like, look, if your parents instilled in you like, hey, you probably don't want to hang with these cats over here because they up to no good, versus the cats that's over here is like, hey, you probably want to hang with these guys, right? They going somewhere, they doing this, that, and the third. Do you think that's the case?
But the thing is, growing up, bad is good, good is bad. So
that's fair.
Sometimes, yes, you're gonna have that in the back of your mind, and there might have to be something that you physically go through to see that activates a switch to be like, oh shit, I just damn near cheated death. This is what mom and dad was talking about. And then you hit that fork in the road. And if you still want to go down Crash Dummy University, then that's on you, or you can get back on the right path. Which is where in religion, I don't know other people's religion, but I grew up Christian. That's where, train up your child in the way they should go. Then when they're older, they won't depart from it. But somewhere between being young and being old, there's a crash out phase of you just trying your own shit where you get rebellious. Now, if you do something against your parents and it works for you, you might continue down that path. If you do something against them and you crash out, hit a brick road, hopefully you don't die or go to jail, but you're able to, narrowly escape a situation. That's when you kind of sit back and reflect like, oh shit, you know what? This whole time I've been being disrespectful to my peeps and whatever. This is what they were talking about. And some people might not ever go back to their parents and say sorry or anything, but just that's a weight on your shoulders that you take with you going forward. Like, oh, okay, you know what? Maybe I should start listening to the elders. Maybe they do know what they're talking about. Maybe they telling the truth when they said that, there's nothing new under the sun and we've done this all before ourselves.
Yeah.
So some people got to learn by experience, and some people can learn from, just textbook knowledge, so to speak. So it's all dependent. Plus your environment, like I said, plays a big part, because you might be getting all those teachings while you still in the hood. There's a lot of bad things that happen in the hood. So your environment might get you caught up, even if you are listening to what's going on. Wrong place, wrong time. Mm-hmm. So sometimes they got to teach you and then still have the wherewithal to get you out of certain situations, which is where a lot of people do get caught up, especially in this country, in the middle, to where, you might be born into poverty and your parents might never, ever get the chance to get you up out that situation. And before you can fight your way up out of it, you already fell into the trap. So I think it's a big picture with many avenues to go down, but I think more people than not have to physically go through things themselves.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think also you gotta understand yourself too. Like, I mean, we're talking about actors and we're talking about people like in the spotlight of other people. If you feel like you're a person who was like want to be an actor, then you end up hooking up with an actor, you gotta understand like one of you are probably gonna be better than the other one. So if you have an issue with that, I don't think you should get in that kind of relationship. You think you might have a problem with you're in the same sort of field and you may want that may make you feel fulfilled to be a known actor. You probably shouldn't get in a relationship with another actor. You probably shouldn't do that, because I just feel that would kind of ruin a relationship. Like there's some people who, just say men, for instance, if you get with which I don't think any man would have a problem with getting with a lady that makes more money than them. It just depends on, you have to at least vet them right to make sure it's the right person, if they have the right attitude for that. But you get with someone who makes more money than you, and just by them having that sort of status, they may in some situations think that, hey, I have to make every decision that goes on or be, you know, a leader times 10. And some people just can't deal with that. So, I mean, you gotta understand who you are and who you're going to get with to make sure that's the right person you can deal with those kind of things with.
I feel that. Well, let me play Paul Pierce's part. See what he says for the rebuttal on what she said.
However you book, first check
we don't want
CashApp to
that.
find
Hold
great
on
deals
now.
and filter out
Hey,
flights
yo.
you maybe don't want, like ones with layovers.
Hold on now.
a little something.
Don't worry, we're
Yeah,
gonna clip
something, Dad?
We'll clip it out. Don't even trip.
They doubling up on
You
you,
said
bro.
11, right?
Yeah.
That's why we're gonna have to get these 1,000 subscribers. So
YouTube hit us with the me bounce.
Listen, hey, I'm telling you, so these super chats can pay for it.
So this is my thought on that.
Okay. Please.
Well, 2 ones are 2 different things, and becoming one, I believe you guys don't think alike.
Okay.
Well, whereas what I think about becoming one, becoming one is not the same for me.
Okay.
Because becoming one means you can feel different about what I feel, and we have a middle ground, the one. We're not, because when you're 2 separate, there's argument in between. There's a space in 11. This is what 11 is, right?
Yeah, there's a space in between.
See
I
that
see
in
what
between?
you're
See
saying.
that space?
Yeah, I get it.
Space in between us.
Yeah, I do get it.
So when we become one,
Hold
doesn't
up.
mean we have to agree with
All right,
everything.
okay.
Yeah,
There
I
we
get
go.
it.
Hey, nah.
Not a
Bro.
ground thing.
Let
All
me
that
throw.
11 in space and pajamas. Nah.
Hey, he's doing it right though. He ain't got slopped all over.
Nah,
Not
bro.
yet.
You can't be putting up 2 crab legs. Chill out. Something to get cracked.
But we can have a compromise.
I can rock with that.
Here, there's no compromise because you gonna be resenting what I feel, and you can there's that space.
I get
Dang,
that.
with the toes
go-
out.
Say, hey, I want to go here. No, you want to go there. All right, let's compromise this.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
That's what I feel. I look at it a little different.
No, I
with
get what you're
one.
saying.
Like we're not the same.
But you know, what you're
We
saying,
don't-
what I'm saying is the same,
We're
but it's
saying the
just
same
different
thing.
ways to look at it. But
Yeah.
I'm not against what you're saying. I do
Yeah,
get what you're
that's I'm
saying.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's the 11 is a space. And
I get
don't
what you're
want a
saying. You don't want to
space
say, but you know, a lot of couples, what I realize has happened, and even with me in the past, is it's like with couples, you have to remember this, that it's us against the problem, not us against each other. And I think when people fight, it's like me against you, when in reality, it should be me and you against the issue. Like, what's the problem? What's the problem at hand? Like, let's stick together and figure out how to battle that together on the same page and not be like against each other, you know? And I think that that's the biggest thing too. It's like learning to work together and having a friendship.
Yeah, that's important.
I think it's having a friendship. Every couple that I've talked to, even my sister and brother who've been married for so long, it's very important to understand that that friendship is what brings you guys back to reality. It's like knowing we rock with each other and we can be like, yo, this is what's really crazy. And like, just talk it out.
So this is my thoughts on a relationship. And I wrote these things down for like this is what the downfall of relationships are when I feel like they come to the end.
Courtney.
Like when the effort is not reciprocated.
Yeah.
Y'all see what I see? Well, saw what I saw. He did the Cam Newton special, dog.
You draping all the way down?
Nah, bro. That's me and when they cross their leg, dog. You don't never supposed to goddamn. It ain't supposed to be thigh on thigh, bro.
Yeah. He dropped it all the way down.
Look, he trying to look sophisticated, but that shit started hurting, so he had to transition.
He couldn't do it. He
couldn't hold it no more.
He couldn't
What's
hold
up?
it.
What's up with these dudes with these podcasts trying to position their legs a certain way they're not used to, and that shit started hurting.
Y'all said it, not me.
It's got to be an etiquette class or something, bro.
I heard him grunt a little bit. He said, "Let me I wrote some notes. Let me.
That ankle to knee was cool, and he started tightening it up. I was like, hold on now.
He's like, hold on now. Oh shit!
Absolutely.
The pajamas getting
wrote
hot.
that.
I told you that penthouse ain't it.
When when the lady is not ready. As a man, I want a woman that's ready to be led.
Yeah.
So like when a lady is not ready to be led, men have to recognize that. And I think men try to force it.
Yeah.
Because like when like this is my thing. When a guy, and you have to have a respect for a guy to where he's like trying to give you guidance.
Exactly.
But if you look at his guidance like control,
yeah,
it ain't gonna work.
But it's not even that. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
Man, and then that's when the narcissist and all this stuff come in. Like he's just trying. Like when a guy mutually like wants to help.
Yeah.
Like think about this. A man loves a woman genuinely. Like he ain't like what do you want from a woman? What, sex? He can get that from whoever. What do you want? Like the thing, clean and cook. You can pay somebody for that. Like, come on, like
some men can't. But I get what
but
you're
it's
saying.
men that can do that. But like they want love, nurturing,
respect.
Like
I will say this, and I have a viral clip about this, but I truly mean this when I say this. If a woman doesn't respect a man, they need to let him go. Because where respect lies is where you can let a man lead you. Like, for instance, if I respect, I want to be led as a woman. In relationships, I'm more submissive. I have a strong personality, but I love the...
Hold up. She said something. I got to stop. She said, when I'm in relationships, I want to be led. I'm submissive. Why aren't you submissive before?
You don't just submit to any old body.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Why isn't she submissive before? What does that mean?
Being a submissive woman.
That means
you gotta be submissive.
So overall, that doesn't mean being a push. So that doesn't mean being a pushover as a woman. So I think that's where a lot of women get it mixed up. When somebody says you need to be submissive, that doesn't mean you're a pushover. That doesn't mean you don't get this, you don't get to say your opinion. It just means you understand the hierarchy when it comes to a man to a woman. Because there used to be times where it's like, look, listen. When and again, this was back in the day. I know we ain't in that time right now, but just to give an example, back in the day, there was a point where when men were talking, women would be quiet, and they understood that because they understood the hierarchy of the situation. Now, again, this is a whole new world. We're in 2025 now, right? But that still doesn't mean, and so a lot of women still understand that to this day. Like, look, if the boys are talking, I'm just gonna go about my business. I'm gonna go over here. This ain't my conversation. This ain't me. This ain't my thing. So why is it such a big deal to be submissive just when men are around?
I'm not following you. I feel like that's more like respectful.
Let me ask you this, Kay.
That's fair too.
Do you believe that a woman can be submissive, like she can just turn it on if she never practiced it or did it or never saw it?
Just turn it on.
Right. Because if we're talking about you just don't be submissive to anybody, right? That means you wait until you find the right person to be submissive for. But at that time, can most women just turn it on? If they never did it,
I feel like you become more submissive as you respect the person more. I feel like most of us we're created to be independent in more ways than one because of our society, because of our culture. And so when you respect how a man leads or you respect someone, of course you're gonna fall in line and understand and go along and trust them. So I feel like respect and trust are most important for a woman to be more submissive and be like, okay, I know where you're going. I know where you're leading me. I understand that you have my best interest in mind. I understand that you're looking out for me. So yeah, I can be more submissive towards you.
Do you think most women that get in relationships they think that first? I mean, do they think that starting off? Like not starting off like the first 2 weeks y'all was dating. I'm saying like maybe like the first year. Do you feel like they get let down and everything, and then they start being a little more submissive, cooking for them and all that stuff? You think most women do that?
I don't know about most women. I don't date most women, but I feel like that's typically the ideal pathway.
Okay, so what Courtnee is alluding to, you got a lot of women. Most women initiate like majority of the breakups. So of course, in the beginning, yes, you'll probably start getting close with the guy and all that type of stuff. But a lot of times when a guy wants that submissiveness and everything, it creates a point of contention because that woman never actually experienced it, saw it, or practiced it. So then his expectation is everything going good. Now y'all get into like a real deal relationship. That submissiveness is not there because it looks different from a woman point of view because they never saw it. So what tends to happen a lot is women, they'll start trying to do it, but it's like because of where we are today, it's like I ain't gonna say it's out of their nature, but they never did it. So the expectations start to be different. And because they never did it, saw it, or anything in that nature, it raises a lot of points of contention. That's the reason why Courtnee said you should already be submissive because you have the character trait already to do it. So it's like you find a woman that's already kind of like wife material. She can't turn it off because that's who she is. So she do have discernment to give that to that good guy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So if it has to be the right chemistry from the get-go if she needs to start off submissive, right? Mm-hmm. And then if you lead her that in that way and she trusts you and everything grows, then then you can go that way. There are plenty of us, and there's a lot of Black women particularly who are not taught how to be with a man, who do not know what a man wants, who are not told, who don't have these conversations. Like we don't have tons of these conversations. A lot of us don't have those grandparents to go through conversations, and parents aren't talking to their kids about it. And a lot of women are bitter. So there's a whole lot that goes into it. So if you appreciate that woman, then, and you want to be with her, then you'd have to work with her on it. And it has to be some kind of mutual understanding of getting there. If that's the type of effort that you want to put into it. But there are a lot of women who are ready to submit and will be weak in the beginning, and they take, they've been taken advantage of. So it goes.
I don't even take advantage of it. Like it's like the real test of being like if you're really submissive. It's not like something that happens like every day or every month or like maybe not every 3 months. It's usually like something when you really show submissive. It's typically something you 110% disagree with. Like. It is like a strong disagreement that you have with it, but you understand the person that you're talking to as your best interest in heart. And you have to overcome that and just let it go. And it's hard for girls to do it. Like I said, like the real test of submission doesn't happen. Like it's not like something that happens a lot. Most of the time you're going to agree with on most things. You'll give and take. All right, cool. I might not be 100% here right now, but that's fine. We'll let this go. Whatever. I think it goes both ways, but at the real time of submission, I mean, that's when you know the real test. If that's the person you can deal with on real situations.
Okay, real quick, what is submission to you? Like, what's your definition of submission?
You talking to me?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
My definition of submission is basically letting the man lead and being able to understand that he does have my best interest at heart, that he is going to, that I do want to go in the direction that he wants to go in, basically. And that he is going to protect, he is going to provide, and I don't have to, argue with you about certain things or be combative. It's something that we can be cohesive about.
No, I think a lot of women got the boogeyman complex. When they hear that word, they think it always got to tie to an ain't shit ass guy.
But here goes the problem though. The shit don't gotta be as complex as people make it. All
exactly.
submission is listen.
That's why I said
it's not exclusive to your man. You could submit to your brother. You submit to your teachers. You submit to your boss. You submit to your homegirls. Like, just listen. That's the start of it all. So it don't have to be your man. If you see a dude that you just so much is interested in, and he's like, oh, hey, I'm gonna need you to tie your shoe. Oh, don't tell me what to do. Okay, then yeah, you non-submissive off the rip. The man was trying to help you out. Because I'm goofy. If I tell you to tie your shoe, you don't tie it, you step on your shoelace and trip. I'm laughing. Fuck all your feelings.
Hold on, so this is a good one. So let me pull this up from Nicholas Taylor. So he says, do you think a certain level of man gets different levels of the woman based off the man's way of leading? I.e., if he is out of shape or whatever, how can he expect a level he has earned?
I think that's the cake.
Yeah. So yeah, you are gonna get. It's different levels of respect, right? So I'm only going to respect you as much as I trust you. And so, yeah, you are going to have less respect for me, or less respect for a woman will have less respect for a man who makes poor decisions. If you can't manage your money, I'm not going to respect the fact that you're going to be able to provide for us properly. So you're not going to be able to lead me in that direction. So I'm not going to submit to you when it comes to finances because I might know a little bit more. And I feel like if a woman is not ready to be led or not ready to submit to a man, they're not going to do it. So yeah, it does depend on respect. I don't know about the overweight thing. I feel like that has to do with more respect than being submissive because yeah, you like a lot of people will find that you're out of shape, so you don't have self-control, you don't have self-discipline, so no, you can't lead me in certain ways. So yeah, it just depends on the woman's mentality and vice versa, I'm sure.
I got a question, Kay.
I think go ahead.
Do you think most women have a boogeyman complex when they hear that submissiveness? Like the when I say boogeyman complex, they always think about the worst of the worst men or the most not capable men.
Yeah, of course. But we're afraid of being controlled, and we're afraid of the worst case scenario. Of course.
So I think that's the issue at hand in today's society, because like if I ask a woman, hey, if your man been out, I mean, if you've been at work and your man was off that day, and you came home and he said, hey, can you fix me a sandwich or something, right? And you be like, nah, I've been working all day while you've been kicking it and this, that, and the third and blah, blah, blah. You would think that's like, nah, I'm not cooking, right? Because you just been at the house, right?
Me specifically?
Yeah.
It depends.
Well, let's say in general, most women, right? Based off what you done heard online and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the mentality of our women are fucked up. Like we have to be independent. We always have to be on guard. You know, not everybody wants $1 million man and he got to have six pack and he got to be this, that, and the third. So yeah, we are very much lost. We're very much lost. And a lot of us would rather be combative than lose some sort of control in a relationship because then we're afraid of going down the wrong path. And that's just a woman that's not ready to, one, be in a relationship, and two, ready to submit at all.
So this is my point. If I went to work and my wife was at home, and you know, and that same roles were reversed, right? And she asked me, "Hey, babe, can you fix me some of those burgers you be cooking? Can you whip that up?" I more than likely would do it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that because I understand what kind of woman that I saw as my wife. So I don't have to have the boogeyman complex and put conditions based off when I do it or not, because I already understand my wife is not going to be that ain't shit ass woman. So that's the reason why if you ask, hey, would you cook that man a steak or something like that, but you went to work and he was at the house, you would already have the discernment of what kind of man that you would marry. So you understand he's not that lazy guy and this, that, and that. Of course I'll fix my man a steak, because he makes me happy and I understand all the things that he provides for me on a day-to-day basis. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why a lot of women, they have this boogeyman complex and say, would you submit to your husband or to a man? You don't have to go into the boogeyman mindset to say, well, I got conditions to do that. I would just say yes because I already know what kind of. If I was a woman, I already know what kind of man I'd be with, and I ain't gonna be the one sitting there playing the game all day while I'm at work and got bad spending habits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, Section 8 done dragged us so far off the fucking plantation. It's crazy.
So Clem, like you just said, see, like when you said you know, you came home, your wife asked for a burger. Most times, men are the ones that control the grill. So for me, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll do that. That wouldn't even that would be a no brainer right there. I mean, if someone was like at home all day, I think a lot of times when people throw this scenario in, it's almost like something that we both can do, and it's like you just wait for me to come home to do it. So it's like what about a scenario like that? Because I think we would understand that scenario, and I think that's what we would do, and that's how we would ask upon our wives to do, our girls. But I think if a girl's trying to get the same sort of like neck and neck, their scenario would be something we both can do. And it's like, oh, if I'm like, well, hey, you can do that. Well, it's kind of like, all right, well, it's now it's different for me.
Well,
now.
I mean, I would do it because I understand what she does for me, you know, and I understand that. Yeah. So it wouldn't be if I come home. Let's be serious. Like everybody be acting like they be working at the mill and at the steel mill. And they come home in the warehouse and they come home from a long day at work. A lot of these people, they got corporate jobs and they be on their phone all day on TikTok.
Yeah,
it ain't that big a deal. You come home and you know everybody got to eat anyway, so it's like go ahead and handle that. Yeah, right. So like if you married, I mean, what's the issue? He good on the bills. He make you happy. Y'all go on dates. Y'all go on trips. Everything good. Y'all have y'all points of contention sometimes, but overall the relationship is going good. So why not cook for him if he asks for it?
I don't make nobody happy. I don't put out.
I agree.
I mean, I'm not saying you making her happy. The things that you do, you're doing what you're doing. You are happy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going above and beyond you to go happy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just clearing the air for the internet before people get the game fucked up. It's not my job to make you happy. My job is to complement your happiness. I'm supposed to give you an environment for you to find your own happiness. Then I complement it from there on. I can't create happiness out of thin air for you. That's where a lot of the men of yesteryear were messing up at. And I mean, that's where a lot of this stuff got confuddled.
That happy wife, happy life mentality.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah. That's where a lot of this stuff got confuddled. Because you pairing happy wife, happy life with all these single moms that literally was. I mean, I'm a product of a single mom, so I'm never gonna downplay them. But let's face it, them ladies out there fighting for their life. We just talk shit about the Tyler Perry joint because he compressed so much bullshit into one small movie. It could have been a series and stretched out and would have made more sense, but he put it all in one little flick. But yes, there is a lot of people outside that are fighting for their life. So I understand when a lot of people do have their little main character energy to where, you know, it's just me. If I can't control the situation, I don't want to be there. But
I mean, Chanel, what's her name? Chanel and Mike. Yeah, I already prefaced that in my explanation.
Men submit to their women. That's a man submitting to his mama. I'm not supposed to submit to you. How I'm gonna lead you and submit to you?
Right.
That don't make no damn sense. That's an oxymoron.
Yeah. So it's like if I'm submitting to you, that means I'm looking for your leadership, and most women don't want that in the first place.
But the thing is, back when we had family values, if we had the cookout, for instance, all the women knew not a damn man should stand up and fix a plate, especially if all the dudes got up off the grill and whatever. You fix all the men they plates. That's a level of submitting. Hey, niece, or hey, you got a free hand over there. Can you go get me a beer? All right. Thank you. Can you go get me a fork? My fork just fell. Thank you. Those are the early levels of submittal or submission. Now, when you come over here and you waiting for me to be in a relationship and we 3 months in and you like, oh, well, you can't lead me right, so I'm not finna listen to you. Okay, then when Becky down the street want to give me some head, don't be mad that I went and got some head. She was submitting. She heard that my shit was backed up and she was finna drain it. You trying to argue. Somebody. I went to work a 13-hour shift and came back and this dish is still in the sink. And you talking about, oh, I had a long day at home watching Days of Our Lives.
But that's the
pulled a
thing.
damn dead body out the meat machine. What are you talking about?
That's the thing, Raw, though. But that's the thing, though, Raw. But you got a lot of women on here that'll be like, the men ain't leading us, but they never saw what leadership looks like. So their expectation of leadership is based off social media conditioning of a bunch of other single women saying this is how a marriage is supposed to go, a relationship is supposed to go, but they never saw it in their life.
Before you start cooking, here go my problem. The modern relationship dynamic will say, oh, this man can't lead. He ain't doing this. He ain't doing that. But these are the same people that love their granddaddy. Their granddaddy worked at the plant, worked 18-hour shifts and had 4 families and fucking 3 different zip codes. Yep. You telling me he was leading all them houses the way that their imagination says that shit should be led? I'm not supposed to hold your hand and hopscotch with your ass for you to do shit. You supposed to know what the fuck you supposed to do because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
And then we meet in the middle. So no, the leadership is, hey, I'm gonna go bust this bag down. You got kids now. I'm gonna need you to do X, Y, Z during your day. I don't care how you do it. Just need to be done before I get home. Yep. When I get home, I could pick up whatever slack is still laying around and help you and assist there so we can go to bed. But when I come through the door and I'm like, hey, by the time I get home, I need dinner done. Kids' homework should be done. And, I'll help you with the baths and stuff and tuck them in. I come home, kids still hanging off the ceiling fan. Food ain't even started yet. Then, hey, that washer dryer asking for a damn ping pong in between it.
and look, everything that you said,
basic instruction.
Everything that you said, bro, everything that you said, it sounds bad to people that never saw it in practice. So
that's not my fault.
I know. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just
what
saying,
up your car?
I'm saying that.
What up your car?
I'm saying in general, that's the reason why a lot of women say that, because they never saw it practice. So it sounds like what you're saying was mean, but that's what I was alluding to in the beginning, right? I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing as a man. You doing what you're supposed to be as a woman. We don't have to worry about it. If you just, it's not an issue of fixing a plate. It's not an issue of, wait, man, he here with his friends and shit. I ain't finna, hey, I'm going over here. Hey, y'all want something? She drop off some party trays, some wings and shit, and she leave the goddamn room. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Slimmy, don't start that shit, man.
Even as a young boy coming up, right?
What's good, man?
You might not submit to your friend's mama because you a boy. You're not supposed to do that. But if you see her come back from the store, she a single mom, whatever, she's struggling with the groceries, you gonna go over there and help her.
Yeah.
You help her bring the groceries in. You want me to help you put them up, whatever. Oh, your tire flat. You want me to help you change your tire? Yada yada yada. But then the minute you at the cookout, your beer empty, you need another beer. Hey, Bernice, can you grab me another beer? Boy, you ain't my man. I ain't finna do. Excuse me. I didn't ask for a piece of ass.
I beg your pardon.
You might, hey, dog, you might get a cup flew on you in a punch.
You think your motherfucking maid?
You feel me? Like,
use you.
Those are the basic early entry levels of submission. If I ask her for that and she snap off like that, the dude that was eyeing her the whole night that probably did want to date her, he probably got second thoughts about her now. But you talking about, oh yeah, nah, until I move in and I, leave my makeup stains all over your bathroom sink and shit, then I'll start thinking about whether or not I'm gonna submit. Okay, well shit. If that's the case, then my roster's still open. I still got Thursday through Friday. I'm gonna call somebody else. Keisha be over here.
Yeah, that fool gonna be the first one was
shit.
His window blown out. Hey, Jay, then how many times you got your windows busted?
I wish a trick would. What, man?
Oh, bro! If I was you, man, I'd pick up window coverage.
Y'all thought Ike was bust my windows.
I'd have got my tire slashed before.
For real?
Man.
In college?
Oh, Lord. The only thing I done had done to me was...
What you do?
That's the
question. I don't know. And I know you don't believe me, but I promise you, I don't know. I wasn't in no
relationship. What she say you did?
Whoever was, they left a note on my car And they would say, just because you cross the fraternity, you think you everything. And I had my tires slashed.
The only thing I had is I got slapped in the club, and I still went home with the other shorty I was talking to.
Damn. Oh shit!
Shit, ain't no pimping in my pimping. I ain't got time for the shit.
No, I agree.
You can't control your emotions, and guess what? That's fine. Oh, why did she come and make this? Oh, because I used to talk to her. You know, I done put her through the headboard, so it is what it is. Oh, really? Ah, yeah. Now you curious? I'm gonna put you through yours too. Give it down.
What Slimmy this is? Is this a Slimmy I think who it is?
Yeah, you already know that's a Slimmy you think it is.
That's Big Slimmy.
Hey, what's good, Slim? Hey, boy. You
Slimmy here, your car here, yeah. They tapping in.
They tapping in, dog. Oh, that's what's up, dog.
He had his time. Yeah. Bro, what y'all be doing? What y'all be doing, bro?
Look, this I guarantee. Look, Kay, I guarantee this how I move. I can like if I'm talking to a chick and everything, it's not ghosting or nothing like that. I just remove myself from the situation when I see some toxic stuff, and I start falling back. And that's pretty much what it was. I'll be nice about it. I'll be like, yo, this ain't gonna work out. X, Y, Z. Why? What's going on? I'm like, look, I don't think me and you gonna gel right. My personality like this. Your personality, you know, I'm good. And I start falling back. I did that at that point. I did that to a couple women. The next semester, I get out of class. I'm about to go home. Actually, I'm finna drop this chick off, and then I came. It was a note on my card, bro. That said, just because you cross fraternity, you think you everything. I said, yo, that's wild. Look, all I did was I laughed because I never would have thought that.
You was acting up.
So you made the right move then.
No, exactly. See, that's what I'm talking about. I did the right move because I removed myself from the situation, bro.
That's funny, and I'm the one that talks to the toxic women. Y'all out here get y'all shit. See?
Hey, now that food kind of quick.
Y'all ain't set them boundaries up in the beginning.
Before turning something.
That's what I did. But yeah. Hey, I think that's the problem, dog. You set them boundaries up, they ain't used to that shit.
Nah, I mean, I done had girls cut the music up talking about I bust the windows out your car, but they ain't never found nothing to go do it.
Because they know you crazy as hell.
Welcome to the Bronx, baby. Yeah.
But y'all ass is wild as hell. Oh God, bro. Hey, look, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit that notification bell. So we got the last topic of tonight. So this one might raise some eyebrows here. You know, we kind of hard pivoting away from relationships for a second, and we getting into this black and white thing. I don't know if y'all know who Charlie Kirk is, and he's always out debating with a lot of college students about, you know, what's going on in the presidency, what's going on with black and white, DEI, all this different shit. So he's debating a black student right now about reparations. So, let's get into it, bro. But hold up, though. But whose mic is that?
It had it froze a little bit on.
No, it froze. You just put a Kool-Aid smile.
It froze on the Kool-Aid, not the Kool-Aid.
I thought it was just me, man.
God damn, what? Not the Kool-Aid smile.
Have you out here looking like Huey Freeman?
This nigga stupid.
That was it.
Oh, mic check 1 2 1 2. All right, cool. Make sure everybody can hear me. What's going on, man? Doing all right. Welcome to Knoxville. I'm up here for one purpose. My buddy is a friend of yours. He lives up in White Pine, and he wants me to have this discussion with you because me and him had this discussion this weekend. What are your thoughts about reparations for Black people specifically, and like Black Americans specifically? What is your
very much against?
Very much against. Can I ask why?
Well, first and foremost, I don't believe that we should ever pay monetary damages to people where nothing bad happened to them, just because they are related to a group of people where something bad happened to them.
Okay, so
because it separates the idea. Let me just finish, and then I'll throw it back to you. Absolutely. Our justice system, when properly understood, is about individuals receiving justice, not tribes or groups receiving justice.
Also, I want to state that just because I am a Black man, I do not speak for all Black people. So I'm just
I like this guy. You should give it up for him.
Just want to say that for the record. I'm speaking for myself. So, all right. So definitely hear you on that. And even for me, when it comes to reparations, for me personally, I don't believe that it should be a check. I think that reparations can look like many different things, whether it's like investment in institutions, more like, better schools, hospitals, all that kind of stuff. So my question to you is like, so since you are against reparations, would you say that we should be would you be for outlawing like inherited wealth? Does that make sense?
Well, no, I'm not for outlawing that. Those are two different things.
Can I explain my point though? All right. So my point to that is that, okay, so what I hear for the argument against reparations is that, okay, Black people today, obviously we weren't there, for slavery, segregation, all of that kind of stuff. So we've done nothing to deserve that, because all the people who should have gotten it, actually not even probably who should have gotten it, are either long gone or whatever. Now there's still some who are still with us today, but that's a conversation for another day. But my point is that so inheritance and inherited wealth is something that the great grandfather, whatever, is passed down. Homeboy who is here today did nothing to deserve that multi-billion-dollar business, but he gets it because of his bloodline. Correct? Is that how it?
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
How inheritance works, right?
Yeah, no, like Bronny James is going to get $1 billion.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. Sorry. Great example. So what I'm saying is that I guess what I'm trying to say is that I believe that reparations in and of itself, one, I don't think that the argument is formed right, and two, I believe that it's kind of a reverse inheritance, if that makes sense, where it's like where it's like yes, Black people's, like me personally, yes, I did not have to suffer through Jim Crow, slavery, or whatever, but all those choices that were made in those times have gotten necessarily me to where I'm at now.
Got it. So let me tell you where we have a difference of opinion.
Okay, absolutely.
Okay? Absolutely. So we as conservatives tend to underemphasize this idea of many legacies of suffering. Mm-hmm. Whereas people on the left, not saying you're on the left, but the other perspective.
Definitely not.
No, for sure. But that's fine. No, that's fine. Let's just say the other side of the argument tend to emphasize that you are stuck because of something that happened to you many generations prior. We believe, absent very unique circumstances in the United States of America, that is almost never true. For example, we think every individual should be judged by their own actions, their own character, and their agency. Now, let's play this out, though. You're acting as if, not you, but let's say the argument, because you're coming after this in a great way, there's been no money sent Black America the last 60 years. Mm-hmm. We have spent over $25 trillion on Black America in 60 years, and Black America's poorer than before we started. Mm-hmm. We're talking about Medicaid, food stamps. Right. We're talking about schools, public housing. The issue is not the amount of money. Mm-hmm. The issue has instead been a couple things. Number one, it's been the downfall of the Black family. The world is waking up to the power of gold. National.
Let's skip ahead.
Hey, but didn't we touch on this last week?
We sure did.
We already got the reparations and it got repoed.
But Kay is here, so she has her,
All right.
Yep.
All the Black family. Just some numbers super quick. Is that in 1964, right before the passage of the Civil Rights Act, 75% of Black youth had a dad around. Now it's 25%. So only 25%. So 1 in 4 kids have a dad around. Black dads are no longer a big part of young kids' life. It's a very big problem that has huge ramifications. Mm-hmm. Then finally, on the reparations argument, it comes into just more concrete questions. Where do you draw the line? Who defines it? And also, why would you tax, for example, somebody like me? My ancestors fought on the Union side of the Civil War. So I got to go pay more money, even though my ancestors did the right thing. No offense if you guys fought for the Confederacy. That's not trying to, drum up any, it's all good. We're all Americans now. I'm not. Why should I have to then go pay for something that my ancestors did correctly? Finally, it's how do you prove it? This is not your argument, but it's a hilarious contradiction. The very same people who tell you that voter ID is racist want all of a sudden Black America to prove that they're the descendants of slaves 7 generations ago. Let me go get my paperwork together. I thought it's racist to ask people for their paperwork. Anyway, the whole thing's crazy. But here's the more important thing that I think we can agree on. Okay. That we should have a opportunity colorblind compact. Mm-hmm. We need to have school choice in this country so kids can go to better schools and have more mobility. Number 2, reconstitute the Black family. And finally, this is one that you might agree on because you're not a liberal, is that we need to no longer import foreigners that are going to undercut the wages of workers of all races, especially Black Americans.
I agree.
And so what we've done is we imported Nicaraguans and Guatemalans to come take low-wage labor labor, and we didn't want to pay our own Americans those jobs. So final thoughts on those points.
Also great points. I would say that I am with you for the idea of a colorblind society. I think that it's a bit of a farce to say that colorblind society is something we should aspire to, but I think it's a farce to think that it doesn't exist, that race doesn't play a factor. I totally agree. Okay, and so
I will say it plays far less of a factor 10 years ago. It's playing more of a factor today.
Yes, I agree.
In a negative way.
Yes, I 100%. I mean, I think you had mentioned something about DEI like earlier, and I was like, for sure, like the way I agree with DEI in principle, but I think the way it's been instituted by our government and all the other institutions is completely wrong. So, because for me, it's not about seeing color; it's how you treat color. Does that make sense?
Everyone's going to see color. And
yeah, exactly,
you're right.
Yeah,
and so it's an ideal that is admirable, being colorblind.
Right.
The problem with what we were promised with the Civil Rights Act, we were promised a colorblind society. Mm-hmm. We now have a color obsessed society. And it's a breakdown of that promise. Instead, the country I grew up in, at least, was like, yeah, you're black, but it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. It's not the most important thing. Instead, it's, are you a good person? How do you act? How do you treat other people? Are you a Christian? Like, what is your worldview? I want to get back to that. Of course, we're still going to see differences, but I want to de-emphasize them to a place where we look at each other as fellow human beings and fellow American citizens. Thank you so much,
Absolutely
man.
All right. So Kay, what's your thoughts? I saw you shaking your head. What's your thoughts?
Black people will never get reparations. It's never going to happen. I don't even know where to begin. White people will never pay any money out of their pocket. We will never get a chance to catch up. And the whole purpose of the DEI was to allow people to have equal advantage or equal opportunity. And I think that's the only thing that Black people could really ask for, which we haven't. And after this presidency, it's probably going to be even harder for us to get. I mean, I don't even know where you guys want to go with this conversation, but it's a lot to unpack here.
So do you think was DEI a crutch for Black people, or do you
DEI wasn't only for Black people. DEI was for all types of people with disabilities, and it's about giving people the equal opportunity who needed assistance in some area so that they can be successful. So it's not just for Black people. And I think that's the issue. And that's kind of what was clouding the whole purpose of DEI, is that people immediately assumed it was for Black people to have more opportunities. And it did not just serve Black people.
Well, across the board, do you think the more people that got hired under DEI, do you believe that they were qualified versus the other individuals who actually were qualified?
Yeah, you're supposed to be qualified. You're supposed to be qualified for the position, but if you need additional assistance, then you would get that, right? So you would still have to be a qualified individual to get a job in a call center. But if you have back problems or you have neck problems or whatever, they're going to purchase what's ergonomical for you so that you could be successful in your role. So you still have to qualify regardless in order to get a position. But this was just an opportunity for you to have more. So if you are partially blind and you need a huge monitor, the purpose was so that you could have a huge monitor. If you were a mother and you needed a room to go pump, then you were provided a room to go pump. So it was supposed to be an opportunity for everyone to be successful in whatever it is that they're doing.
So using that, so you saying that falls under DEI?
That does fall under DEI. What also falls under DEI is the understanding that we're going to respect each other and we're going to understand each other's culture, and we're going to celebrate each other individually, who we are. And it's not going to be colorblind. We're going to see all the colors. We're going to accept all the colors. We're going to work with the colors together, because the more you collaborate, the better you are. And that's kind of where DEI came in.
Well, when you look at DEI, that's exactly what it's doing. It's looking at the color. It's looking at the everything else that's going on, versus taking away DEI. Now it's, listen, I don't care if you're white, black, green, orange. I don't care if you're disabled, whatever. But as long as you can do the job and you can do your job effectively. That's what this is now. Versus,
but we're not going to help you, and we're not going to help you succeed either. We're not going to help you with that. That's
well,
what that.
why would you want to get the help when it's free for all? It's like, listen, whoever the best, let the best man win.
Because if you're disabled, that means you can't be successful because you need more help, right?
Let me
no. Then you have to go through additional struggle to be able to land a job. That means not having DEI means there's no equal opportunity in a sense.
They was doing all that before DEI though. Like even the disabled when they was in Walmart being.
So that's different. That's different specifically. But DEI was so that you would understand that you're going to work with everybody, that there's going to be respect for Indians and Mexicans and Black people and white people, and everybody's going to come together. And there was teaching on this to change the mentality about it. That was the purpose of it. So that everyone feels included, so that everyone is included.
Everybody don't belong.
Do you think that your theory was actually practiced? Well, not your theory, but the theory of DI. Do you think it was in practice at a large scale? At a larger scale that it made it.
Yeah. For the companies that took it seriously. I mean, there's plenty of companies who did not adapt to it at all.
Right. I think DI was more for like transgendered, more like, you know, people who just just different people.
I mean, the data statistics, they got data statistics that show that who benefited from the most and what group benefited from the most. I understand you got disabled, you got this and this, that, and the third, but it is supposed to be for Indians and everything, but white women were the largest consumer of DEI. It's all documented, because if you didn't document the DEI initiatives, then you would get deemed as a company if you didn't go by the rules and regulations. It's literally a quota. But white women benefited the most. And we didn't, as Black people, we didn't benefit, not even at the top two.
Because they didn't because they took advantage of it. They knew about it. They pulled all the strings and did all the manipulating they can do to get that.
So that's why I was saying that I think that's the reason why Courtnee was asking those questions. Because once again, when us as Black people, we fight for certain things and all that stuff, they throw stuff to us to fight, and then it gets swept from up under us, and then everybody benefits from it from us. And I think that's the reason why it loses to this reparation situation, because who is to say, okay, they say they do going to get us reparations. The same thing is going to happen.
There's going to be loopholes and regulations and where they're going to get the money from.
What is going to happen is the $2 Indians, you know the history about that?
$2 Indians?
Yes. After the Indians were not set free, but it was a situation where you could sign up and you would be a citizen because you was here, and you can sign up and be actually inside the census of America, and you can list yourself as an Indian American. What happened was they had the same loopholes, and you had a lot of white people paying $2 to become a citizen. That's the reason why you be seeing all these white people at these reservations, and you be like, I get you're not Indian. But they're in the census, it shows that they are. But the lineage goes so far back, they can say, well, they probably intermarried and everything of that nature. So you really can't, and right now everybody got a little something in them for somewhere. Mm-hmm. So that's the situation. I think that's why we're alluding to the whole reparation situation. I kind of agree with the young man of how it should be in historical Black institutions, but as far as how that looks, I don't know, because I just don't want that same thing to happen if we know what kind of country we live in. Like if we, and that's not even my mindset, but if this is what we say and we live in this institution of America, who is this? I'm just going based off that logic. I necessarily don't believe it, but we say this all the time as Black people. Who is to say they won't do the same loophole stuff? So, and we don't benefit.
Somebody's got their money.
But at the same time, I think Ross spoke to this last time as far as what happened. A portion of us did get reparations, but at the end of the day, what happened was we got the mule and all that stuff. Everybody didn't get it, but the majority of the ones that did get it, they still had to operate those fields and everything of that nature. And what happened was white people actually they created an economy around that and said we would have to rent out the mules and we have to rent out the machinery. We have to rent out the carriages to go into town to sell. And when black people came in out to sell it, they gave us cheaper prices than others. So it's always going to be this thing that we always going to complain about something.
But my thing is, we want reparations, right? And a lot of people that want the reparations ain't got no hustle.
No.
Somebody drop money off in your lap. What you gonna do with it?
I'm going out tonight.
Exactly. That's the thing. Somebody hit the lotto right now.
Not me necessarily, but I see what you're saying, though.
No, but that's the thing. Somebody hit the lottery right now. Whatever release on the Jordans is coming out on Friday, they copping that. They copping the Louis belt. They finna go get a box Chevy with a half-blown motor and put some sixes on it so they can go stun around the hood. And come Monday morning, you over there sitting with all this shit that you can stare at, and you still ain't got no value to your name. Ain't nobody finna go start no business. Y'all done complained about motherfucking Black Wall Street. Ain't nobody tried to rebuild this shit.
It's gonna be back a bunch of record labels starting.
We done had Sean John, no Diddy. I mean, he going through what he going through. We done had Sean John. We done had G Unit Wear. We done had Fat Farm and Baby Fat and all this other stuff. Y'all don't rock that shit no more. Y'all want Balenciagas and all this other stuff. So every time y'all even get money, y'all go spend it in another community. So what the hell the reparations finna do for you? Y'all talking about the hood getting gentrified. Ain't none of y'all saved up no money to even get a damn corner block in the hood while it's being gentrified to say, okay, we at least still got a cornerstone in the new hood. So what is we really talking about?
Gonna use that money because she don't want to be in H&M.
The CIA gave you reparations. They taught y'all how to cook crack. Y'all blew that.
A mess.
I mean, if we want to come from both sides of the street, everybody want to praise Frank Lucas and all these other people with these films. Everybody want to go watch Snowfall and look at Franklin Saint. But y'all blew that. When y'all was getting the money, didn't nobody go build no 500-unit apartment complex. Y'all went right back to the hood to go stunt in the Lambo with the doors up and 32 gold chains. Then when y'all get arrested, the damn cops over here playing with y'all shit, divvying it up with their families. Half y'all shit in their safes.
It's gonna be that episode off of the Dave Chappelle show when he showed they got reparations and how the whole New York. He was like, "Hold up, excuse me. There's been 350 record labels started in the last hour."
Yeah. I mean, it was like escalating just went up.
I know when we get online, we talk of the worst of the worst. So it's not everybody, but shit, we drop reparations off on the block right now. Motherfuckers shooting a dice game. It's gonna be another Offset type shit. They go down.
Oh, the YN's gonna get all that money, bro.
Boy, are they? You see how they did PPP? That was reparations. They blew that.
Yeah.
So get on the hustle. And with the DEI topic, I don't understand why DEI was so detrimental to everybody's health. My mom came here from Jamaica. I ain't never see her apply to a job that she wanted, that she was qualified for, and she ain't get it. Since the 80s. So, no, you don't need special programs in place for you to get in XYZ. And I get what Kay was saying, like, oh, you know, make all these leeways for the handicap, but I can't even say that because a handicap here want to fucking be on assistance just like people on Section 8 of food stamps. They don't got the wherewithal to go to work and actually go do something. I traveled to France one time, and it was a dude looked like a damn cucumber off VeggieTales sitting on the counter. He was working TSA. He had no arms, no legs, but he was at work. They didn't make no accommodations for him. They just threw him on the table and told him to stare at the screen.
No, knock it off.
I'm dead ass serious. So when we come here and the motherfucker get their pinky toe amputated and think that, oh, because my pinky toe amputated, now I need, you know, a stairway to heaven just to get in the front door at work. Like, no, you're not special.
So I want to answer this question real quick. So
right.
Magnetar says, to that, why does it seem like Black Americans are the only ones told to forget the past, but we, including Black Americans, were also told to never forget 9/11? So just a short answer that I would give to that is, I don't think it's necessarily the fact that they tell us to forget the past, you know, what happened to Black people back then, but a lot of Black people today use it as a victim mentality. Oh, well, this happened to us 400 years ago. Like, you haven't gone through it, but what happened in 9/11 is what brought Americans back together. It was gave you that sense of pride. Like, nah, bro, I'm an American too. This shit happened over here on our soil. So I think those two are two different things to compare.
Well,
so
here goes my thing with that.
Go ahead.
So the thing is, how can you start moving towards the future and planning towards the future if you don't learn from the past?
Right.
The problem is nobody's learning. We're all just sitting at the round table complaining. Where's the learning? Where's the lessons from it? Okay, boom. People are racist. Whoop-de-fucking do. We know that. How do we navigate around the racism?
Yeah.
We already know, okay, in XYZ town, if the street lights come on, don't get caught in that town. We know how they moving.
Right.
But if that's the only town that buy your products, then hey, first thing at the crack of dawn, you know where to pull up to sell your products. They gonna smile with you 9 to 5. It's when 7 p.m. hit that you got to get up out of there.
Fact.
But nobody's putting a plan together to move forward. And I mean, I get it. On the other end, you're gonna have people in the comments later on talking about, oh, this ain't your fight. You not FBA. Whoopty whoopty whoop. I don't give a fuck. When I get pulled over, them cops don't ask if you FBA.
Right.
They just see a brown man in the steering wheel.
Yeah.
So we all got to fight together. He was talking about the reparations right now. So are you saying that these deportations ain't reparations then? If all these people's getting all your jobs for the low and they getting them up out of here? Because y'all still ain't gonna apply to them jobs. I done seen some of the TikToks. I done seen some of the people on X talking about, they deporting the people that actually work. You Black as all get out. Why you don't want to work? You supposed to just sit at home and money just supposed to come to you, but these people supposed to go break their back. Like, why you don't put your 2 to 5 years off in the field and become something?
They ain't get rid of the problem is they ain't getting rid of the white immigrants. They're the ones that got the money that we looking for, right? So they taking our jobs. They need to go too. They're taking the better jobs at that.
You talking about the Jews? You talking about Jews?
Nah, they talking about the people that
white
overstay their
immigrants
visas.
that are here illegally, just like the Mexicans and everybody that's brown.
They be staying over their visas, so they be coming from Europe and all that stuff.
They don't stay up with their visas. They're illegals just like everybody else.
Yeah, send their ass off too.
Nah,
if you're illegal,
they getting them out. They getting them out. They just deported.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I ain't seen that.
Everybody hyper fixates on their own self-identity. All these Mexicans are mad because they Tia and they Tio getting deported back to Mexico. I just ran across a podcast the other day. It was a dude on the podcast. He said he just barely became a citizen like 2012, 2013. And he got deported 2-3 times and had to sneak back in the country. And the whole time he was sneaking back in, his paperwork was still in processing.
Yeah.
So, yes, some of these people aren't violent offenders or whatever, but at the end of the day, when a law is to get enforced and the law is the law, it just is what it is. If you really like that, come back. If ain't nobody got no beef with you, shit, they'll look out for you when you come back.
I just put it like this, bro. When the pandemic hit, even before the pandemic hit, I used to have this similar mindset, right? And majority of people that was talking about reparations, on DEI, looking at the past, why we can't forget the past and all that type of stuff, how we've been mistreated. They had a head start and everything. All this, I'm hearing all this stuff, and it just didn't compute with me. Majority of people, I'm saying in the last 6 years, majority of people that was on that stuff, I done seen how they live right now, and they in the same place, doing the same stuff. Me, I had a different mentality. I said, I'm not going to be a victim no more. This, that, and the third. I'm about to push myself. I had got me a mentor to do some mind shifts and stuff and everything of that nature. And where I'm at right now, I'm doing better than most of the white people that had a head start. So my thing is when I made that mind shift and I'm at where I'm at and I'm doing better than most of the white people that did the head start. Not saying the rich ones, I'm just saying like the average American. I'm doing better than the average American and everything. I say that is the reason why it's not that we have to look at the past. We just like what Ross said, learn from it and say, you know what? Can't nobody tell me what I can do. That's what I hear all the time. I can't do nothing because they gonna mess stuff up and they just gonna take what they want and everything. I have never had that happen to me. I done got what I wanted every time.
But folks don't even try.
They don't even try. Majority of these guys, when I was in the pandemic, I had lost my job. I was learning Excel, right? Courtney know this. I was learning Excel. We was talking about what we doing and all this stuff. I was being proactive. Everybody else was drinking, catching up on shows. I indulged a little bit, but my main focus, I'm like, I'm gonna be straight after this pandemic. And I end up getting a job in the pandemic.
Facts.
And now where I'm at today, I'm doing pretty damn good. Majority of people that were just sitting there kicking it got their $200. I didn't even get the $200 that they said. Those them payments. I didn't even get them. Majority of them people are in the same place.
You know, motherfuckers getting fired between that time because they get more in unemployment than they were making at work.
No, that's impossible.
But that's
during the pandemic. During the pandemic, yeah, they were getting like, I think they were getting like, I want to say like $1,600 every week or some shit like that. It was something crazy.
But that's the problem.
I'm just saying, bro, like it's like we gonna like a lot of these people that be doing these think pieces about that stuff and everything. They get off, log off, and they go fuck off and don't do shit.
Yeah,
but that's the problem.
They close their laptop. They put their phone on their iPhone charger that don't charge fast, and because you know it's gonna be dead in 10 minutes because you know they got that's why it's always on the charger. You know what I'm saying? and look, after they do stuff on TikTok and YouTube and say this and this, that, and the third. They don't be doing nothing. They don't be paying no rent. I just saw a video of this lady said her kid could not get a job because it's gonna mess up her Section 8. Real talk.
Oh
yeah, but see, there goes the thing though. Everybody want to shine, ain't nobody with the friction.
Fact.
That part.
When you was creating things, you got woodworkers, right? You look at a log, you might be like, shit, I'm cold. I'm finna throw that in the damn furnace. They might look at him like, shit, I'm finna turn this motherfucker into a beaver and sell it for $1,400. So you both had the same opportunity. One of you burnt it and squandered it off. The other one created greatness and kept it pushing. It's 2025. Everybody get on God's good old AOL internet over here and be yelling up and down about, oh, you know, ain't no stay at home this and whoop de whoop that, whatever. It's 25. I got a stay at home wife because I go out and hustle and do what the hell I got to do. Everybody on the line talking about, 50-50, I won't submit, I won't do this, I won't do that. Like, no, that's the problem. None of y'all are trying to see how you can learn from the mistakes of others, come together and put your willpower together and move forward. And it's not everybody. I mean, I see my boy Magnus are in the chat, you know, he said he still go out there and he go get to it.
Cooking.
And there's a lot of people like that, but the problem is, the people that got the microphones, a lot of the people that got the microphones that people tune into are the ones that ain't doing shit.
Facts.
Yeah. I was just making a general statement.
Ain't nobody over here listening to us. Ain't nobody trying to go listen to Anton Daniels. Ain't nobody, you know, everybody want to go sit up over there on my boy O'Shea Duke Jackson and laugh about the Dusty folk, but they go and do the same thing that they doing on the Dusty News Network.
Yep.
You over here like, oh, homie just got arrested for messing with this shorty, but she thick as hell. You sliding in her DMs and you seen her on the Dusty News Network. And you thought you was going to get a different outcome. Like, come on, man. And a lot of these white people, a lot of them ain't really racist. A big misconception in America is a lot of these people ain't racist. A lot of them are just classist. Like, you color or whatever. And, you know, back in the day, they used to think it was dirty this, dirty that. Go on TikTok and Twitter right now and look at all these deportation videos. And you see a lot of these people talking about how the brown Mexicans and the white Mexicans don't get along. So yeah,
that's across the board.
Black folk and white folk.
Yep.
So these people, the lighter skinned Mexicans think that they better than the darker ones. They, in their words, they think those are the field niggas. And these people thought that they was white until Trump came through and was like, the way y'all paperwork set up, all of y'all know speak English. So
y'all made a good point. Y'all made a good point because he said, like, yeah, you have people that fought in the Union. Like, that was up north and they fought in the Union against the Confederacy. So it's like we want to bunch all white people together, like everybody owned slaves. I think only like 2 to 3% of I don't know the percentage, but it was like it's a very, very small group of people that own slaves, even though it was a lot. But like you got to think about on the over there in California and all that stuff and up north, they didn't have that.
But there was a black dude on YouTube. It was a white dude that went to it was somewhere in the South. And this dude grew up on like a plantation or whatever. And then when he got older, slavery had ended, whatever. And I guess I think his name was like Booker T or something. But he went up to like Washington or Portland or something and learned welding. And he was like, shit, I was like one of the only black people up there. But, once the white folks saw that, I'm here to work and I ain't with the preconceived notions they have in the back of their head. He was like, they was putting me on.
Man, I said
this before, you're shucking and jiving, bro. You're shucking and jiving for the white man.
I said this before, though, bro.
I don't give a damn what it is. At the end of the day, if you worried about the white man and that's what's gonna keep you in your house still scrubbing them damn dusty ass white Air Force Ones that's off white now with that toothbrush, that's on you. I'd have made it to the point where I could buy a pair of Air Force Ones every week.
Here's the thing, though, Rob. A lot of people, the opportunities are out here, bro. They're limitless. And the thing is, a lot of people aren't resourceful. They just want to be stuck in their bubble. A lot of motherfuckers, like you said before, a lot of people are just fucking lazy. They don't want to get out there. They don't want to get out the mud. They don't want to do the fucking work. All of this, just give me, which is why y'all see the tag, earn, not giving. You earn your shit. You go, if you want something, you go fucking get it. Put in the fucking work and you will get it. Stop waiting on the government to give you something. Stop waiting on the white man because the white man gonna give you shit. Them niggas out here struggling just like everybody else. That's the thing. That's the issue.
Y'all keep on listening to Roland Martin. He gonna have you in the same place for as long as he have his YouTube channel.
Hey, that's a them problem.
Roland Martin is the worst, bro. Like he literally was arguing with a young man that started a school. He said, "We finna do for self. We finna make action. We finna impact everybody right now." He was arguing with a young man and called him an idiot.
Yeah, see, I can't get behind that.
Yeah, call him an idiot because he's saying, like, we finna, yeah, y'all people that want to vote, y'all go ahead and do that. We working on two fronts. Y'all go vote, but right here, we out here, we doing the work in the streets and everything. This man Roland Martin called him an idiot.
Yeah, but that's the problem. They call them idiots and stuff. Shoot, if I want to learn about photography right now and I don't know nothing, I know I can hit up Slimmy. He gonna put me on game.
And lock in for 6 months. Lock in for 6 months straight.
If I want to know some stuff in the tech field, I could tap in with your car. Your car be on here teaching people with Tech Coach Ralph all the time. I don't see them streams lined up filled with people.
Right.
But let Michelle Obama go talk about how she didn't want to have no son because she don't want another little Obama. Y'all go eat that shit the fuck up.
They gonna do this.
Michelle done clock that T. No. I'm sorry. No matter what you think about sis done made it. They done got in the White House and left and got $3, $4, $5 million homes now. Okay. You still fighting out the damn sandbox that got mud in it. You in quicksand. So you need to find somebody who is standing on solid ground that's gonna pull you out that quicksand before you even have time to be sitting back and getting entertained by all this other bullshit. Everybody want to watch Baddies and Bad Girls Club and Real Housewives. And no, the time you wasting doing that, figure out how to go get some real money. Because at the end of the day, the real DEI that I'm seeing is all y'all some DEI entrepreneurs. And everybody motherfucking entrepreneur and CEO of their imagination and don't nobody got nothing tangible to show for it.
Now listen to this, bro. Listen to this, bro. The average net income, net revenue of all black business, all of them, is 19,000.
That's
with
crazy.
an average of 2 employees. Now there are people that's doing good and everything of that nature, but everybody want to be a boss. So you got all these influx of LLCs that's really not a business. It's just a you're just self-employed. But they got that's they side, they treat it as a side gig. So somebody lying. Everybody ain't no boss just because you get an LLC. Oh, I'm doing the work. No, if you listen to anybody that owns a business, whether you're a black woman or you're a black man, they be like, yo, it's a different beast when you have your own business.
Yep.
You working more hours. I'm gonna be a boss and set my own hours up. No, you working for your employees.
Yep.
Man, they
So
lied
all that stuff,
stuff.
somebody lying. So that's the reason why I don't even be listening to it. I got a friend that owned a DNA testing company, and he was like, Clem, I used to have that super uber entrepreneur thing and this, that, and third. He still love it, but he in the weeds. He got employees, he got all that type of stuff. He got a building. He was like, yo, I know you want to be an entrepreneur, dog. Just get you a side gig, dog. You good at Excel, you good at data analysis. Just do that. Because you can do that, you got your benefits, you don't have to worry about all that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, that it ain't for everybody. Just having an LLC is just not enough. You got so much stuff you got to do. But they'll play Sims all day.
But here's the thing, though, bro. Most and here's the bigger part, though, bro. Most millionaires come from 9-to-5s anyway. That's what because everybody talk about millionaires being a multimillionaire, but they don't know how to invest their money. They don't know how to negotiate for a higher wage. They don't know how to do none of that shit. They don't know the proper way to save their money. And so they don't look for that. They just look, I just want my cash. I'm gonna put my shit under the mattress. Like, nah, bro, there's ways to make money. If you want to own your business, guess what? You can buy stocks and you can do it and you can play the long game. You can become a business owner. You can own a portion of Nike. You can own a portion of any business that you want to, but you just got to learn how to do it. And there's people out here teaching you how to do it, but you just don't want to get off your ass and learn.
You don't want to do Instagram though. Everybody was
and that's the thing. It ain't even Instagram. That's the thing. You ain't even got to learn it from Instagram. You just learn it from other individuals. Like myself, I learned it from somebody else who's doing it, and I've been doing it. And so it's helped me grow my income. And so the reason I haven't put it out there yet is just simply because I haven't reached a certain milestone yet. But it's working for me, the person that I learned it from. But I won't put that information out there because it's Patreon level type shit.
Yeah,
right?
But that's the thing though. You have the patience and the wherewithal to wait. Everybody got this instant gratification thing going. You know, they want their 15 seconds of fame.
That's on them though. That's their problem though. You know what I'm saying? So the solution is there, but that's their problem. So look, I gave you the solution. I tell you what to do. I tell you how to do. I can even show you and guide you where to go to get the information. It's on you to do it. So I can live it, like prime example. I can give you everything that I do right now, and I can put that information out here right now. Maybe a small percentage, if not, I'm probably gonna say a fraction of a percent is probably gonna actually take heed to that and do exactly what I just said. And that's the crazy part. And that's the reality.
And y'all black businesses, bro. Y'all black businesses. I got a beef with y'all. Not all y'all. Not the good ones. Not the good ones.
Oh yeah, you in Atlanta, so yeah, you fucked up.
Yeah. Hey, look. when I go to places, bro, do not say, "Hey man, support a black business," and then when I do it, you charge me like an arm and a leg, right? And another thing, y'all Atlanta restaurants, stop putting them purple flowers on my mac and cheese and charging me $80. And thinking
what?
Dog, they be trying to decorate the mac and cheese and stuff, and they put a flower on it, and your plate $80 goddamn dollars.
Man, hell no.
They get mad if you don't leave a good tip.
They want that instant. They want that instant money and this, that, and the third. That's the reason why in Atlanta, bro, they find a way to charge you for everything. You done charge for parking, gratuity, the meal,
man. You ain't never lied.
And they'll charge you a pickup fee, picking up your own food.
That's crazy.
10% pickup fee.
Yeah, Atlanta be scamming like a motherfucker. Boy.
You tell me I came and picked up the food and I gotta pay 10%.
That's a hate crime right there.
I'm my own Uber driver, Uber Eats driver.
But my thing is, why all these people getting LLCs and they main fucking means of transportation still got a check engine light on? You don't even own shit to fucking be throwing shit on the LLC. Ain't nobody trying to take shit from you.
They ain't got no guidance, bro. Because I had my own business at once, but the pandemic killed it. I was doing marketing and sales, digital advertising and sales online, and I had 3 car dealerships, but the pandemic messed that up. But it was a lot of work, bro. A lot. I'm talking about. It was a lot, but I didn't have that mindset. I'm black. Come support me, dog. I went out there and got it, and I think that's the reason why I was moving so fast. I was getting 1 car dealership a month. I was cold calling. I was doing this. I ain't even asked my friends and family, hey man, support me because I got this. I ain't even do that, bro. I just went out and I said, all right, I need to go cold call. And I cold call. I visited car dealerships and I got 3. And I was doing real good. But like I said, the pandemic. But that's if I was sitting there waiting on people to support a black business, I probably wouldn't even got them 3 customers because I'm waiting on. And then I turn around, man. If it was a white marketing company, y'all would have paid the money. I even tried to give some service to a black car dealership. They were like, "How about I pay you for each sale I get?" I'm like, "No, bro, you paying me." I just sat here and did over 20 hours of work to set up your whole marketing campaign, and you want me? What if your salesperson bad?
And they trying to nick and dime you on the back end. That's bullshit.
What if my salesperson bad? I mean, what if your salesperson bad and they can't sell the car? I'm giving y'all people, they just getting the car and he's sitting there kicking this stuff with dog. What car you looking for? You trying to get a Scat Pack? Nah, bro, you can't get it, dog. Nah, I'm pay me for my time. That's what you're gonna pay me for.
They're like, yeah, you don't make no money if I don't make no money. Yeah, that's
exactly. Exactly. No, bro. I do my job well, bro.
Yeah.
You gonna pay me, dog.
But then they don't even promote you and want you to promote them.
Right.
I mean, they got the same mentality as the damn fucking DoorDash and fucking Uber Eats joints.
Oh yeah.
With their big ass fucking tip. I'm like, yo, I just spent $20 on something that normally would cost me $10. You go to the fucking owner of the company.
I don't even use that shit, bro. I'd rather get in my car and go get that shit, bro.
Yeah, I don't do it when I've been drinking.
I ain't paying no $30 for no burger, bro.
To my phone on DoorDash?
Yeah, I just want some burger and fries, and then boom, I just spent $30-$40 for some burgers and fries, though.
Nah, nigga, I'm paying that shit, bro. My convenience, nigga, it's my convenience. I'm paying that. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'll pray for you, bro.
Listen, I'm paying that, nigga. I ain't feeling good. Listen, if I'm chilling at the crib, and I ain't gonna, nigga, I'm chilling in my own pajamas and shit. I just want me something to eat, some wings or something. I'm gonna go ahead and pay that $15-$30. Like, hey, it is what it is, bro. I ain't heard no.
You.
And
hey,
ain't
1 a.m.
Ain't even about me penny pinching and nothing like that. It's just like, hey, fuck that.
You want me to be toxic right now?
Go ahead, bro.
That's what side bitches is for.
That's what who?
Tell your little yeah to pick it up and bring it over.
Yeah, man.
They'll do it too.
You like, yo, I'm sorry, you can't come in, but hey, thank you.
just drop it on the mat. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look. Go ahead and get you something too.
Hey, but check this out though. The thing is, you know what the inside of your little yeah car look like. You know it's clean. I used to be a mechanic that worked in the shop.
Yeah.
Some of them cars that came in, and they had them Uber and Lyft stickers on them. Boy, I don't even put my dead body in the trunk of that bitch.
Nah, I did valet in college, bro. I done seen the worst.
Yeah, nah, screw that.
I done seen the worst, bro. Valet in college, I done seen the worst.
At least my little jump off, I done already vetted her, and I know how she.
I'll pay that.
So, hey, you finna pay that?
It depends on what it is, though, bro. If I know the spot already expensive, I'm like, all right, I expect that if I go to this restaurant, I know I'm gonna be paying this much, so I expect this. But if you talking about fucking Taco Bell or some shit, now you talking about $80, now I ain't gonna pay that.
If I got a family and I'm gonna be spending a lot of money anyway, I'll probably do it.
Yeah.
I'll probably do it.
But
me by myself, nah.
Shit, me by myself, I'm still paying it. Man, I'm not finna listen, bro. My convenience matters more than how much I'm spending. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, I tell you,
if I'm chilling watching
it's dope now. They got an option. They just leave it at the door.
Yeah, you feel me? Like just leave it at the door. I pick it up. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I got me a drink.
Get $2.
There you go. I'm already feeling it. I'm buzzing. I ain't finna get in the truck and drive.
Yeah,
I'm chilling.
wait till them homeless people realize that they leaving food at your doorstep.
I'm not gonna put the lights in and leave, bro.
I got camera. Sniff the chicken grease. Yeah, that shit finna be gone.
I got camera. You see the house right there? Free food, dog. I'm telling you. Free food. Go ahead and get you one.
I don't come over here.
Me telling you that information. Let me get $4.
Like, yeah, every Tuesday he go live on Banter and Barter. He order that food. He gonna be preoccupied.
He be having some liquor in now too.
Be like right before he cut his camera off, make sure you snatch that plate.
Do that, and they gonna feel something hot, and they gonna don't do that.
They say I got my Ring camera. I see your ass.
I got the Ring camera. I can see you coming as soon as you pull in. So as soon as you walk up in, he's gonna catch you. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'll be at the door waiting for you.
That's funny.
Do it. She said, "No, I'll wait tomorrow to eat." Nah, hell nah. When I want my food, I need it now. You understand me? I need my food. But now, man, any final thoughts on tonight's show?
I think it was a good show today, man. Good having a woman perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of
shout out to Miss K.
Miss K, appreciate you being patient and because technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, man. That was on me.
So it's all of y'all every week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Probably.
Every Tuesday. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We looking for a consistent woman to be on here too on every Tuesday too. You know what I'm saying? We testing the field out. See who gonna rock with us and who's gonna be consistent. You know what I'm saying?
We wasn't too toxic, were we?
No, y'all are good.
It's gonna get worse. But I'm just saying they were just being nice today.
Right there, Raw problem. Number one, Raw.
Oh, Raw.
I was saying, I said, I'm chilling.
Hey, well, hold on. You better watch out. Kim in her submissive stage right now. Wait till the real one come out.
Depends on the topic.
Wait till the real come out.
Man, somebody got to keep it real on the internet, man. I'm tired of these damn talking points. That's all I'm saying.
I feel that. I agree with that 1,000%. This place you're gonna get it. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's on this place you're gonna get it. But no, man, I appreciate everybody for tapping in with us. For those people who was rocking with us, I appreciate y'all. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. We'll be going live again Saturday at 9:05 p.m. And then for those of y'all who are part of the B&B Tuesdays, y'all already know what time it is. Lock in with us. All right. So to all my earn not given family, I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. And until next time, man, I'll holla.